Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, get ready for an entertainment explosion. Get ready for an avalanche of awesomeness. Get ready to go live with your boy. Here he is, Hoodie Jube. And make sure you hit the subscribe button for your chance to win tickets to a live New Orleans Saints football game.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Hoodie Jube back with another live podcast. And if y'all don't know, y'all will know. There's no YouTube without your boy Hoodie Jube. Y'all, I'm just so damn hyped after that W. You know how this show started off. Thanks again, Mr. Dynamite, for this sick intro, man. I'm just too damn hyped over this win that we have. So, let me play this damn thing again. Y'all already.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, get ready for an entertainment explosion. Get ready for an avalanche of awesomeness. Get ready to go live with your boy. Here he is, Hoodie Jube. And make sure you hit the subscribe button for your chance to win tickets to a live New Orleans Saints football game.
Yes. So hype, y'all. So, how is my Who Dat Nation doing, y'all? How is everybody doing tonight? Me, I am doing great. After that W, y'all. That game was so damn enjoyable in the Dome, y'all. I was so happy about the game, and so glad we pulled off that W, and thanks again, Mr. P.J. Williams, on coming in on the clutch moment with that pick six, man. I know all the trash we used to talk about P.J. Williams, about how he needs to go, he ain't no good corner, and all that, but the position they've been putting him in this year has been a lot, y'all. P.J. Williams been coming in clutch moments every game so far, so that's a really good thing, y'all. So thanks again, Mr. P.J. Williams, y'all. The only sad part about the game, y'all, we might have lost Jameis Winston for the season, most likely. They said something about his knee. They saying there was something wrong with his leg earlier / knee. And now they saying it could be something with his ACL / MCL maybe. But they're going to get, further, x-rays and shit. And, just to see to make sure it's not, worse than what they're saying. And with what they're saying so far, if it's teared or whatever like they're saying, he could be probably out for the season. And the only bad thing is you're losing a really good leader in Jameis. That dude was already fired up, ready to play, y'all. That's what was disappointing about tonight. But the plus side, we got the W against Tom Brady and the Bucks. The only good thing I like was Mr. Trevor Siemian, y'all. Trevor Siemian held it down for us. And I told everybody, as soon as Winston went down, people started freaking out. I told everybody, I said, look, this is the New Orleans Saints here. This is Sean Payton here, y'all. This is the offensive-minded coach. I said, if Jameis goes down, I still believe in him and what he's going to do with the next quarterback in Trevor Siemian. I'm telling y'all, I told y'all, I was like, we're going to win this game still. I said, don't freak out. And look what we did. We pulled off the upset against them. And I thought, how this ain't towards Bucks fans, that are the cool Bucks fans. These are for the stupid Bucks fans that are toxic and want to say you hope, somebody breaks their leg, or you hope, Sean Payton loses home, and the Saints are trash. They ain't nothing just because y'all won a Super Bowl ring. Those toxic Bucks fans. This ain't for the, the nice Bucks fans that understand the game of football. This is for y'all toxic people. I told y'all so. I told y'all we can beat them. See, all y'all was doing was relying on the media and thinking Tom Brady was going to tear this down. But for some reason, so far since he joined y'all, he has been 1-3 against the New Orleans Saints. It's something about this New Orleans Saints team and defense and whatever, and Dennis Allen. It's something about this team that scares Tom Brady. Tom Brady always has a turnover in almost every game we play against him so far. And I'm telling y'all, the media were all saying we can't do nothing. And this is for all y'all toxic Bucks fans. The toxic ones. Like I said, not the good ones. The toxics. Don't you dare come on this damn podcast or come after me and give me an excuse of we didn't have AB. We barely had Gronk on the field. I don't give a damn. You got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. You got O.J. Howard. You got so many good weapons. You know, you had Leonard Fournette on the field, Tony Ronald Jones. So with all these damn people on the field, there's no damn excuse why y'all should have lost to a team in the Saints that had a third-string quarterback, by the way, third-string quarterback, and no Michael Thomas. Why? And I told everybody why. This damn defense is legit. We're going to force turnovers. We can win games with the defense. And everybody started freaking out, like I said. Everybody started freaking out because they seen Jameis, hurt and carted off. And I told everybody, this is the New Orleans Saints, y'all. This is Sean Payton. Have trust in him. And I told everybody, I still trust us to win the game with Trevor Siemian. And what we did, we did. We pulled off the upset. We won. And this is what tells y'all how good of a damn team we really are. And I told everybody this. I love Jameis to death, y'all. I want this man to recover. And I'm hoping his shit ain't as bad as it, maybe it seems. And maybe he'll be back by the playoffs or something. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping ain't no damn season-ending injuries where he's out for good. Because I love this dude in New Orleans, y'all. I really have hope with this dude, But I seen something on Twitter earlier, and it made sense to me. They said, you never want to see your starting quarterback get taken down, right? You never want to see your starting quarterback get hurt. You never do. But guess what? He went down at the wrong time because this was, his time to shine. This dude was on fire, looking great so far. And it was a sad moment. But if you look at it, the trade deadline is Tuesday, y'all. The Saints has a perfect chance to go trade for anybody they want. If they need to go get another quarterback, if Winston has to be out for the rest of the season, which most likely, if it happens, I'm like I said, we all can pray and hope that he's not out for the season, but most likely it is with the way they're speaking. So all we can do is pray and hope, he stays on the the positive side, and hopefully it's not too bad of a negative, and hopefully he'll come out okay. Hopefully, if it is a season-ending injury and he becomes healthy, hopefully the Saints will offer this man another contract, next year and give him another opportunity because he was proving himself until this stupid injury, y'all. But like I said, it happened right before the deadline, so that gives us 2 days to try to look up for somebody if we want to trade for anybody. Another thing, maybe we should trade, maybe we don't. Trevor Siemian didn't do bad at all. I like the way they called the plays for him. He did good for us. Second of all, they got quarterbacks out there in the free agency that people can go check out. And I know everybody's going to hate me for this and to say it, but if you had to pick up a free agency quarterback, what's the bad thing if you can get Cam Newton for a cheap price? What's the bad thing, y'all? I just want to know what y'all opinions on that. I know a lot of people are going to say he won't get along with the locker room and this and that. And I know a lot of people is going to put hate on Cam saying he can't throw the ball. But to be honest with y'all, when I was watching him in New England, he was doing good with New England. Besides, the receivers were trash. All they had was N'Keal Harrell in there. And I think his number one favorite target was the running back in James White. So, to be honest with y'all, Cam Newton was available right now and was to come try out for the Saints, and we offered him. I would not mind rocking with Cam for a little bit to see how he does in our offense with a healthy old line that we have, and when we get Michael Thomas back. That might be a nice little good quarterback for us. But like I said, let's all pray and hope my boy Jameis Winston doesn't get hurt. By the way, I did put the link in the chat for y'all to join on in, give us your thoughts for the game tonight. And then I'm about to go over, about to post it again for y'all can join on in here. But we can talk. And I was thinking about doing my roundtable tomorrow, but that one was too damn good to pass up on. I gotta have the roundtable tonight. We gotta have it. We just gotta have this roundtable tonight, y'all. But let me shout out some people that are in here in the chat already. Who that to you, Mr. Rose City, man? I see you shouting out Miss Payment Whammy. So who that to you, Miss Payment Whammy? You must be in here too. Mama Jube, who that to you? She said best Halloween ever. Who that? Yes, who that? Best Halloween ever right now. Mama Jube. We gotta love it. Pammy Whammy's in here. Who that to you, Pammy? Who that, to JT? Who that to you? Who that to Mr. Robert Clark, man? Who that to you, man? Who that to Mr. Vernon, Mr. Jersey, man? He said since Tom Brady has been in the division, he's now 1-3 versus the Saints, and he is undefeated versus the Falcons and the Panthers. So we own his butt. Who that? Yes. So far we do own Tom Brady because I think to be honest with you, I think it's just because Sean Payton has been in the league for a long time and he knows how to put pressure on Tom Brady. He knows the way Tom Brady plays like Bill Belichick does. So who that to you, Mr. Keen Nut, man? Who that to you? Glad to see you in here. We got Jerry up in here. Who that to you, Jerry? We got Coach Rudy up in here. Who that to you, Coach Rudy, man? Let's see. I'm scrolling down. Who that to Mr. Brian Pearson, man? Who that to you, man? Glad to see you in here, dude. Let's see what else we got up in here. Who that to GR3, man? Who that to you, man? Glad we got this W, man. The only sad thing is, like, y'all might hear my voice not sound the greatest because, you know, I was screaming the whole time about the game. And also, the reason why is I'm a little disappointed, you know. Like I said, I'm so excited about the win. I'm just disappointed in our boy James getting hurt, man. That's the only thing, y'all. I'm a little sad. But like I said, we got to keep our heads up because this is the New Orleans Saints. This is coached by Sean Payton, our damn offensive mind. And, you know, the next damn quarterback that he trusts, you know, to put in while Jameis is out, we know damn well he's going to do his best to hold it down for us and get W's no matter who we put back there. Who that to you, Madison? Glad you're in the chat, baby. Who that to Ghostface Gorilla? Who that to you? Glad you're in the chat in here tonight. And I think Saints 01 was in here earlier. Who that to you? Saints 01, man. Saints 01, don't forget to join the don't forget to come join the line, man, because I know you said earlier you wanted to talk some football tonight. Because you got your internet working again, so come on in and come on talk with us, man. Just rolling through some of these messages real quick, y'all, just to see who's on here if I don't miss anybody coming on in. GR3, Ghostface, Brian, Rudy, let's see, Tammy, the last Saints in here, man. Who that to you, my brother? CT Crusher in here, man. Who that to you? Hey, Crusher, don't forget to join the line and come get your butt in here and talk. Everybody loves hearing you, man. We're gonna have our round table tonight, so we should have a good amount of people. Who that to you, Mally? You know, Mr. Kellett. Who that? And I think that's everybody right now. So, with that being said, y'all, we got a few people already in here ready to talk on the round table. But, you know, we always got to introduce the first person that's on. And that's, you know, everybody's favorite. Just let me play the video for y'all. Yes, you know who it is. It's Mr. Jerry. So let me give him his introduction. This is the OG, the one who will bring those subscribers to you, Mr. Jerry. Welcome to the podcast, Jerry.
What's going on, Alan? Who that to you?
Who that, man? Like I said, it's a great W. I love it. I want to talk about it all night, tell you the good, the bads of the game because I was there watching everything. But at the same time, like I said, you're gonna hear my voice because I was screaming a little bit. Nah, I lied.
Yeah.
I was screaming a lot. My bad. I lied. And like I said,
hey, you're not by yourself, Alan, because I'm sounding a little cracked up myself, so I'm just gonna give it my all.
yeah. And also, I'm just a little disappointed. You know, just a little disappointed on our quarterback getting hurt, man. But like I said, we can all we can do is pray for him, man. All we can do.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Just pray that Jameis get well and have a full speedy recovery. So my prayers to him, man. I mean, I hate the way it went down like that, but
yeah, it sucks too because you know damn well, like, you know, when he said at the press conference he doesn't want to, you know, revenge on this. You know, it's just the next game up. That's who we playing. We just want to get a W. But you know damn well he wants to get revenge. I can tell in his eyes he was ready to play because the reason why I said I felt like he wanted to get revenge and he wanted this so bad, the last few games he hasn't been running the ball, remember? Out the pocket. this whole game he was running. That dude had like 30 yards, I think, on him before he got hurt. This dude was killing it. And I was like, the way he's playing like he's got something to prove. And then he gets tackled by Devin White, hurt, and we all went to like being quiet, being sad up in there. Yeah. But I told everybody, and like I just told y'all while I was on here, and I told everybody around me. I even told my friends and my subscribers that came with me. I told them, I said, y'all, this is the New Orleans Saints. This is coached by Sean Payton. I said, I can trust whoever he's going to put in. I said, I know Trevor Siemian's our backup. So I said, I definitely trust Sean Payton with Trevor Siemian, and I trust them to bring us, a W. I feel like we can still pull this off, y'all. And next thing you know, we just started pulling off with the win, being up 16, and then they started coming back a little bit, because of a few stupid stuff. Like, I think it would have put a coffin in the bag if they would have, that fumble. I think that was a fumble, to be honest. We watched it on the screen. We were all booing because he literally caught possession, took 2 or 3 steps, and then fumbled. So I think that should have been a fumble, all ball.
Yeah.
But they didn't give it to us.
That's what shifted the momentum right there, because that really was a bullshit call right there. That's supposed to be, because when Fournette had the ball and the guys and the defense knocked the ball out the dude's hand, and that was a fumble and a touchback.
Yep.
But you know how them stinking, low down, good for nothing zebras are with us.
Hey, to be honest with you, though.
That nation. And also
Yep.
Shout out to y'all in the chat as well. But y'all know how these stinking referees are, bruh. It just sick to my stomach, bruh. I hate when they do that shit. I hate that shit.
Hey, I know.
I hate that shit, bruh. Seriously.
Hey, Jerry, but hear me out. We know that play was bad. That brought the Bucks back into the game, right? And they came back and brought him back. But at the end of the night, the refs actually called a fair game with penalties on us. They was not trying to hold us alike. I think the Bucks had a shitload more of penalties on them.
Yes, they did.
Compared to us. And every time we had anything big plays, like that big pass to Kevin White and other stuff, there was nothing called. Normally they'll draw a flag on something when we get a big momentum. But they wasn't calling nothing, and that's what I said. I'm surprised the refs ain't doing nothing tonight. Besides that stupid call.
I'm gonna tell you this, and I said it in the chat. I said Saints treated, Buccaneers tricked, because it was definitely a trick or treat for the Buccaneers on this day.
Yep, and also real quick on my hold.
So you couldn't. You had to put the icing on the cake.
Yes, sir. Mr. Jeremy, hold on real quick, because we got 2 more people up in here. So we're gonna, start the round table off with you. We always gotta start off with the OG first. But let's y'all introduce. Everybody knows him by Man in the Black, aka Coach Rudy out. Let's invite him on. How you doing today, Coach Rudy? Hold on, playing the music. You gotta play that song. And that's how he's doing. Jerry about to sing the song for us.
I can't help it.
Hey, Jerry, I'm Lily in black this time, so.
Hey, but while Coach Rudy's over here with his sucker in his mouth playing that little introduction real quick.
This ain't no sucker. It was.
Oh, my bad. It was a sucker. Let me, before we start talking and big, let me bring on the other person that's in the chat. He came on my last podcast not too long ago, and people probably knows him because he talks on Biz Q's podcast here and there. It's Mr. Last Saint, y'all. Who that to your Last Saint, man? Welcome.
My brothers, what it do?
Nothing much, man. I was just bringing you, Coach Rudy.
Yeah, man. I'm so happy, man. Then almost caught depression when Trevor Siemian came. Almost started crying. Then he started bawling.
And by the way, Hoodie, I do have to agree with you. James was carving him up on the ground. He really was. It was 38 yards, by the way.
He was.
It was like three rushing attempts, 30 yards.
That's what I was saying. He was killing it.
Also, a good job of the defense for the whole team as a whole, keeping their wits about him. Only 2 penalties for 10 yards. That's just 2 false starts. I'm like, yay.
Yep, I was happy. The only thing I was disappointed in, besides Jameis getting hurt, was our kicker. My kicker. I'm like, damn, kicker, please don't miss that extra point. And he did. He missed the extra point, and I'm like, please don't miss everything else. But he brought himself back up and made everything else.
Look, he realized his mistake. Like, I saw his body, like, fuck, I shanked it. And after that, he's been perfect ever since, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't seen a good turn around like that since Hartley.
Who?
Yeah, our kicker definitely has to play good.
Yeah, Hartley.
Yeah, I was just saying, our kicker definitely has to play good since he's the predominant one. Well, let's be now, so we definitely need him, and it's a good thing that he's clutch. You know, he's reliable.
Speaking of Will Lutz, even though he's hurt, $10 says he's mentoring Brian Johnson. Now that's a good teacher to have. Think about that. Now I would love for him to try his luck at the 40 plus. You know, just to kind of test. You know.
Yep, and by the way, y'all, I was so freaking happy. Like Miss Pammy posted in here, was so happy for Kevin White, y'all.
I was like, where was this all year? You know.
Yep, and I think that's why he kept them around.
And
that's why Sean Payton kept them.
Oh, by the way, speaking of that, some of these people haven't caught the ball in a couple years. Like Mo hadn't caught it like 2018. Dude ain't caught it 19. Freaking Trevor had tossed the ball since 18. You know. But here's the funny thing: if someone walked up to Trevor Siemian 2-3 years ago and said, "Hey, you'll beat Tom Brady," what do you think he would have done? He would knock their lights out, wouldn't he?
Well, if Trevor Siemian was playing for a different team, then I wouldn't expect much from him. But you know, it's great quarterback coaching, great head coaching. And you got a defense to back you up too.
But there's one thing you forget that you kind of. But there's one factor you're failing to acknowledge, and to acknowledge one factor you're failing to acknowledge. He studied under Drew Brees for like nearly 3 years.
That's true. Drew Brees got a lot of disciples.
Hey, y'all forgetting one big thing too. I don't know if anybody remembers this, because me and my friend was talking about it at the game. Did everybody forget that Trevor Siemian, when he went to the Broncos, he actually brought that team to a playoffs? Literally after Peyton Manning retired, he did bring it to a playoffs. So I mean, if he can carry that team to a playoffs, what do you think he can do with a good team like this?
Wait, he also learned under Peyton Manning for a year.
Yep.
So he has 4 years of Hall of Fame quarterback tutelage.
Yep.
And this is old.
Yeah, it's true, man.
And this is old school too. Remember back in the day, it took like four years for a good quarterback to develop. You know.
It does.
Right. Because like Hoodie, Jameis Winston. I hope it's an MCL tear and not an ACL. So you know, I'm wondering.
I just hope it's a pull. I just hope it's a pull. I just hope.
I think, to be honest with you, I think he is all right. Especially watching that video of him dancing in the damn back with the crunches.
It was probably just like, because the thing is, his knee didn't go like into awkward. The tackle was awkward. His knee just looked like it buckled. That's all it did, like buckled normally. You know, like you know how you get that jelly leg when you're walking. Just a little more yankage on that. You know, not much. You know, he didn't lock. His knee was never locked. Now, had it been locked, he'd been in a lot more pain. You know.
Yeah.
So he got that knee bent, which is probably gonna give him like maybe just a pull, and he has to sit out maybe one game. That's it. You know.
Right. So my thing is that who's going to start? You know, I'm covered with how Trevor played. I'm comfortable with him playing and letting Taysom Hill do his gadget role.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm satisfied. I won't lie. Tampa Bay secondary is garbage. You know, even though they made some key stops, but the way Trevor played, you know, I'm confident in him.
First off, let's read this stat line for a second. For Jameis, 6 of 10, 1 interception, not one interception, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Trevor Siemian, 16 for what, 20? Something like that?
I think it was 16 for 30 something. Or 28. 16 for 28 or something like that.
16 for like 25, 28, but still really relatively good, you know?
Yep.
All you need to do is
Yeah,
get
those
down.
screens
But,
messed them up.
they did. One touchdown, no interceptions.
Hey, just to let y'all know too, because
Yeah,
y'all was
one
not
call
there
back.
at the game. Because I don't know if anybody was at the game, but just to let y'all know, I'll probably put the video out tomorrow once I download everything to my computer. But Jesus, I got the introduction again when they said running back from Alabama, and they showed Mark Ingram's face on there. Before they can say Mark Ingram, you're not gonna be able to hear them announce Mark Ingram. They scream so loud for him.
that video on someone else's channel. Someone
Yeah,
literally
me
said they
too,
went
yeah.
berserk.
Yes, that went
Like
crazy.
Steve Gleason, crazy, you know.
Yes, it was crazy. Like I tell you,
When-
you can't even hear it.
Look, let me take. Can I say this?
Yes,
Can I
sir.
say this, Alan? Because I'm sure everybody else was watching the the press conference earlier from after the game was over. Because I mean, this was a special treat right here, and I'm sure y'all saw it when after Sean Payton came up and said what he had to say. Then Cam Jordan came up. Then Alvin Kamara, he came up, and out of nowhere, Mark Ingram came up. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a special treat right here. All three fellas coming up to the podium to talk, say what's on their mind.
And to be honest, if it wasn't Jameis
That was fun.
carving him up, it was Ingram carving him up. I think Mark Ingram is Tampa's kryptonite, if you ask me. Do you agree with me? Like Mark Ingram is literally Tampa's kryptonite. He was carving him up pretty good before, even without Jameis, you know.
Well, it's the collection of the run game too. I mean, strong running backs. I mean, if it was Latavius, he would have definitely did that, and I think Taysom Hill would have definitely destroyed them too.
Well, with Latavius, he was more kind of elusive back than power because his body side really looked more like a wide receiver. And now Mark Ingram, as short as he is, and his size, that's a power like north and south running down your throat kind of man, you know.
Hey, just to be honest with y'all, when I was at the game, I don't know if y'all can agree with me or not, but tell me if this ain't weird, okay? Why do we have a power back in Mark Ingram now? But hey, he's good at screens, hear me out. He does good at screens.
He's always been good.
And then you got a boy in Kamara that can, really good at screens, everything. Why in the hell was Sean Payton almost every time you gave it to my boy Kamara, besides maybe once or twice, they were all up the middle, but everything else for Ingram, they were doing pitch to the outside, screens to him, and I'm like, dude, where's the ball to Kamara on screens and like to the outside? Why is everything up the middle for him?
Exactly.
Mark Ingram's your middle man. That's the only thing that kind of caught me off guard.
You just want to see how you just want to see how the defense will react to it. Probably.
Fullback, use him some. The Alex Ahmad.
Oh yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
Ahmad up the gut, like outside up the gut, you know.
Look. Let me tell you this. When it comes to like second or third down in short situations, God, just get a ball to Alex. He'll run it. He a big old fullback. Let him run about like 4 or 5 yards.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, that defensive line was like really stopping us a lot, you know.
Keep your drive going.
Yep.
True, but that Bucks front seven was stopping us in critical moments, you know.
To be honest,
Yes.
I kind of wish Jameis on that drive, because he was going to take us on the field for a touchdown when it was like on our own, like what, 10, 15 yard line. Yeah, and he would have. I was just hoping. Look, I see his legs. Like that dude cannot run. I mean, he can run, but he can't run far. I mean, without trying to get like the chances higher for him to get hurt. You know, when he runs.
Yeah.
He needs to definitely bulk up. He needs to stop skipping leg day.
Well, look, ain't nothing you can do about that because I mean, if Taysom's stronger, but if Taysom had got hit on a similar angle like that, I mean, he's bound to get his leg cut too. I mean, don't be mistaken. Jameis Winston does run down the field and embrace contact.
I'm not. I agree with you wholeheartedly, dude.
Definitely. So,
You know what I'm saying?
real quick, y'all, we're gonna, since we got Mr. Jerry right here on my right, then we got last thing at the bottom, then Coach Hoodie. Let's go in order, and I'm gonna start with Jerry. So, Jerry, what was your total thoughts on this game? Since we're having our little roundtable tonight, what was your total thoughts of the game?
What was my total thoughts of the game?
Yeah, so like everything that you want to like get off your chest about the game that you want to say that was positive, negative, or
Well,
Now I
That
got
laugh.
pressure.
you already know I'm gonna get ready. You might want to get your popcorn ready because
I'm ready.
I'm
I'm ready.
Blast these Succaneer fans, this Succaneers team that took out Winston. I wanna address something. I want to get something off my chest, especially with them zebras included. This is my message, okay? You low down, good for nothing Succaneer fans out there and your team. Y'all gotta understand where I'm coming from. What y'all did today in this game was the lowest, low down, dirty shit I've ever seen. Y'all took out Winston, and now he gonna be sidelined because of y'all dirty motherfucking asses.
Right?
right?
Yes.
You better tell him.
Because especially Devin White. You low down bitch. You
Yeah, fuck
low
that.
down, good for nothing player. I hope they suspend your ass indefinitely for what you did. I hope they do it. I don't care if it's a long year suspension. Give it to them. Because that was some low down dirty shit what you did today, bruh. That was some low down, that was some punk ass shit what you did. I'm calling you out. And especially to you referees out there. I don't care if you're on our good side or bad side. You guys really make me sick to my fucking stomach. Week after week after week, you're always trying to embarrass us. You always want to embarrass the Saints because you know good and hell well that we are better than y'all and y'all know it. And that's all I got.
All right, Forrest Gump.
Hey, man, you better tell him.
Yep, it's the last Saints' turn now.
Dude, I had to set the record straight, guys, because what they just do some low down dirty shit to piss me off, bro. I hate that shit. I fucking hate that shit. And everybody in the chat, y'all know how
I have to. Right, and I have to agree with Jerry. You know, I'm sick of these refs. You know what? I'm glad it was balanced. It was balanced in the referees calling, even though there were a lot of bad calls they called against the Saints. The Buccaneers played really undisciplined. You know, they were trying to they injured Jameis Winston, and I don't know if y'all were paying attention, but they were trying to injure Trevor Siemian too. So we literally have no quarterback plan.
It just
ridiculous,
dirty, bro. I am so glad I am not a Buccaneers.
Can you imagine if Trevor went down and all of a sudden he had to bring in Ian Book?
God.
You're Hornet. You won't be able to bring Ian Book. He was inactive.
He wouldn't even be available.
I know, it's weird.
Right. So let me get into this.
This is ridiculous, man. Seriously.
Right. Yeah. So let me say this, man. If anything, I trust our defense completely.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was scared.
Exactly.
Like the beginning of the season, you couldn't trust the defense to do anything in the end. You know, especially looking at that Giants game. But I trust them wholeheartedly, especially the secondary. They get after it. And one thing I am noticing is that Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is becoming really, really dangerous. He's becoming more evil as he get on the field. But our offense needs to step up big time, bro. You know, I like how Kevin White is being utilized more. You know, I think Kevin White is our best deep threat. You know, I think Kevin White is our best deep threat. And so is Deontay Harris.
Never mind.
Huh?
Never mind.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I'm about to say you better add Deontay Harris on that list, buddy.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
It's not him, Lawrence Woods, you know.
Right, but I just think Kevin White has more potential, man. You know, Kevin White was dropping bombs last week. but everybody was dropping passes because of the rain and the weather. So I got to see more insight. But we definitely need to get our offense back together, man.
Speaking of which,
Because what last thing I want to see, huh?
Oh, I was gonna say, I was gonna agree with you. Like personally, when it comes to Tre'Quan Smith, I think he needs that kick in the pants.
Right. They complaining about Jameis Winston screaming at him, but if Tom Brady screaming at one of his teammates, they're gonna be on their knees giving him that guac guac. Like, oh my God, he's such a great quarterback. Oh my God. But that's all I gotta say, man.
Let me fall down and
the
suckle your
offense
penis,
gotta get better.
Brady. That's basically the word.
Right, but I'm gonna just say this, and then the offense has to get better because the last thing I want to see is the Saints defense in the last minute of a playoff divisional game, and some BS happen and the refs call it. Because we're dependent on the defense instead of the offense this time around. But that's all I gotta say.
Gotcha. Now it's Coach Rudy's turn. What's your opinion, man?
Alan, before Coach Rudy give his thoughts and opinion, I'm gonna step out for a minute, but I'll be back on later.
All right, that's fine.
All right. I'll be with y'all in a few.
Gotcha. We're gonna hold the show down.
Speaking of which, can someone explain to me why PJ Williams is nicknamed the handshake coordinator? Never understood that. What?
Don't know. Maybe he's good at doing handshakes.
I might that's Big Q. So, but
look, nobody can diss PJ Williams now. After tonight.
See, I knew there's a reason why we kept PJ Williams.
Yep.
Just gotta show he had some ball hawk abilities. When he stays in safety. He said I saw that press conference with him. He actually said he was looking for that route, and he found it and jumped it. But yeah. By the way, last thing I do agree, our offense definitely needs to get better. While I did a great job, not well, I think I'm gonna give out one sack. Was that sack negated, or does it still count? I think, but never mind, he's out. But yeah, Hoodie.
Yeah.
Was that sack negated, or was that sack count on Trevor Siemian?
Which one?
The one where Trevor Siemian stepped up and he just because he felt he was gonna get hit, so he just basically collapsed on himself.
Yeah, I think that counted as a sack.
Okay, but hey, only one sack the entire game. Nice. I like that. I really do. Man, Jameis Winston was literally on pace for 20 plus touchdowns this year,
Yep.
And I hate that. But to be honest, here's a stat line y'all gonna love. For turnover battles, we got 3. And about 17 points off them. But here's another stat line I want y'all to check out. Tom Brady, over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. When was the last time you heard of Tom Brady intercepting the ball, getting the ball intercepted twice with over 300 yards and 4 touches and lose a game?
Yep.
Now, granted, he did have the fumble ahead times, but that's beside the point. Fumbles don't really normally hurt you, because you can recover like that, from a fumble. But when the fumble's returned for a touchdown, like a scoop and score, yeah, that's kind of hard to come back from.
It is.
I actually did come late to the party because I was out at football practice, and luckily I had it recorded ahead of time. So I was able. First off, yeah. To be honest, I'm glad James started running on this. And by the way, I do agree. He wanted some revenge. He's only human. It happens, You can see the fire in his eyes, But even though he had the fire in his eyes, it was a controlled fire. You saw the fire, but he had a lot of class with it, though, which shows a lot of maturity, from where he was,
It does.
I seen him literally when he was in Florida State, and even when he was playing against Tampa. I'm like, dude, if he just settles down. Keep that fire under control, but has some class. He'll be a hell of a quarterback.
Definitely. And I tell people, like I told everybody tonight, I'm gonna say it again right now, just because I'm gonna just say it because it's just gonna be for all the people in the media and all the freaking haters. No matter what quarterback you give my boy Coach Sean Payton, he's gonna find a way to put a W out on you.
Hell, I'm sorry to say this, but he could have threw Case Keenum in there.
Hey, Case Keenum was good though. He was the one that drew that pass. Remember the Vikings miracle crap?
The thing, it's not a miracle. No. Dude Williams just had a bad angle on him. He was trying to wrap up a good get. He actually had a good. He was going for a good secure tackle. Smart play. Just he had a bad angle on him, and he hit Crawley, which prevented him from going from making a play. Had he gone a little higher, he probably would have made that tackle. So.
Hey, hold on 1 second, Coach Rudy, because somebody just popped up in here, and it's everybody's favorite in here. You already know who it is, right? He's the one that speaks the knowledge to you, speaks the facts. No other than Mr. C.T. Crusher. Yeah. Welcome.
Yo, man, hold on.
All right. We're holding on for you.
Where you at, buddy?
Oh, how did I do that? Hold on, cuz.
You probably had
that's why I need to get my laptop, man, because I'm trying to do all of this on my phone, and I think I clicked off of it, and I think I gotta get back in. Hold on, y'all.
But Hoodie, I bet you had an eventful drive back.
Yeah, everything was fun,
I'm surprised. How bad was the traffic on the way back?
Oh, bad. Traffic was bad.
I figured that. It was bad when I was leaving the Giants game. But the difference is, I read between New York City and New Orleans traffic, I take New Orleans traffic all day. Because that's like at least move. Because a lot of these things at least moves. And by the time you hit up Kenner, it's smooth sailing,
But the traffic wasn't really bad, though, tonight. I mean, it was bad for, trying to get out the damn parking garage, but other than that, it wasn't really bad.
Well, because both people are celebrating tonight,
Oh,
it's fucking Halloween, man, and we just won.
I'm not going to lie. We sat there probably almost an hour in the parking garage, sitting in the line, because where we parked was literally right next to Champion Square, underneath the bridge. So everybody was coming off of that, ramp and stuff, and literally was standing on the streets yelling, "Who that?" Chants. Literally, that place was going crazy. And King Nep got to witness it a little bit because I FaceTimed him as soon as we was walking out there, and he seen everybody yelling, "Who that?" So that was a fun.
I mean, when I was with the Giants, we were in a. Oh, he's muted again.
Hey, Crusher, your mic ain't on.
Your mic ain't on.
Well, it says it's on, but it's not on.
But like I was saying, me and my dad.
Hey, log out and then come back in.
Anyways, me and my dad were
I'll put check back out there for you.
We were sitting in the parking lot, not parking, the parking garage for it took us a while to get back to our spot because we forgot we came around the corner from where we was at, because we parked around the corner, by the stadium. But it was actually actual parking garage, not on the actual, not on Poydras Street. No. Stay away from Poydras Street. We was on we was literally going away from the Superdome. That's booth by them, but we was literally by Dave and Buster's, so a little bit easier, get out. It took us 30 minutes to get out because of a red light, But once we hit up that interstate, smooth sailing. We was going at least 20, 40, just because of moving. But we made it out in good time,
Yep. Press to say something.
Wait, I know. I know what you gotta do. It works with my phone. Hey, CT. When you log back in before you join, make sure the green bar on your mic is the green's lit up. Okay. Try to come back and try again, because it has to be on my computer sometimes. Sometimes you gotta wait a few seconds after you enter to keep the stream going, to get the sound going. Trust me, I had to be a couple times. So I make sure the mic before I log in is literally lighting up green. Okay.
Yep. And then so G.R. Cree said Jameis' touchdown today, which was his only one because he got hurt, was beautiful. Yes, and I'm so heartbroken. Damn Devin White.
He put it right in the bread basket too.
Yes, it was beautiful, dude, and that got us so hyped up too. And like I tell people, I know we can all be disappointed. We can all be pissed off at Traquan not being dependable and always hurt and everything. But when we need him the most, especially against the Bucks team, look what he did. He came in clutch, got that touchdown for us.
This
like
dude knows that. I mean, hey, there's one thing I can say about with Traquan, that man can take a hit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
he can never take a hit.
The bastard had like 3 guys on him one time, and his helmet comes up. And he's still running, he's still going. Trying to make a play.
Yep.
And
then we got Kyle the Great. That's what we got Kyle the Great in here too. He said, "How about them Saints 5-2? How you doing, Kai?"
Oh, and here's another stat line you're gonna love. We know at 5-2, we are just a half a game behind the Buccaneers.
They said that's what they said.
We win against Atlanta. We're first place in the division. We control our own destiny.
That's all we need.
Oh, by the way, I hate to get off Saints. Like, this actually surprised me a little bit. You know what the final score of the Cincinnati Jets game was? The Jets won by field goal, 34-31.
34-31.
But here's the funny thing: is the Cincinnati are literally still first in the AFC. That's surprising. They have been first in the AFC since the 80s.
Shit. It's wild.
Just go to show what happens when you get a freaking confident O-line, and a confident quarterback and a wide receiver, but also get some good defense. I think Trey Hendrickson is a great fit there, you know. Kudos for great job what he did here, but to be honest, he deserves to be on his own, you know. And he's literally our Cam Jordan to them, you know. He's basically Cam Jordan to us for them. So he's their elite player. Now they need to get some other guys up front. And shout out to passing, you know. By the way, did you feel the presence of Onyemata ever since he got back?
Oh yeah, we was all happy to have him back.
I'm kidding you. Brady felt, even though he wasn't getting like sacked, he felt that interior pressure of passing, you know, and Onyemata all freaking day.
Yes, it was freaking crazy. And then, like I said, I wish everybody I wish everybody in this damn chat could have been there tonight. Like, I know it's gonna be cool to watch the video of the introduction, but I'm telling y'all, if y'all was there in person and watched that Ingram entrance, y'all, I had so many goosebumps. I almost cried in tears listening to everybody go crazy.
You probably almost sat back down and cried and bawled like a baby.
Yep.
Or rather, you couldn't stand how blown away you were. You know, like
yes.
Introduce Mark. Whoa.
Yes, I was shocked. We all were shocked. Are you okay, sir?
Yeah, I got to stop smoking.
Okay,
I'll smoke. Sorry, I had a practice today, and I'm still a little winded from it. Football practice. To be honest, as much as I love him having the number 14, we never really had a player that had number 14 that I know of. I mean, anyone that matters, you know.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind him going to get back to his old number of 28, you know.
Yeah, I think it's the old number. I mean, wait, who's got 28 on the team?
No one.
Nobody, huh? Because that was Latavius Murray. So
yeah, that's probably former Murray, you know. But to be honest, I don't mind having him with 14. It gives him like a little more identity and plus, it
looks better. It just looks better. It looks better. 41-14. 41-14.
Yeah, but it looks more complimentary to his number, not to freaking Alvin Kamara now, which I love, you know.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. It's a little bit better. And then I like to get on this topic real quick because I like what Mr. Kai said. He said if Taysom is our quarterback, you know.
Oh, yeah, he did have 28 for a little bit, you know.
He needs to work his ball security. But the way Trevor Siemian played today, I'm comfortable with him as our starter. And to be honest with Mr. Kai, I think what Sean Payton said was that Trevor Siemian is going to be the backup, and then Ian Book's your third, and Taysom Hill is basically your all-around, you know, player, the Swiss Army knife. But they said that's all he's going to be this year. Like, that's what he's been training for now since they had that quarterback position. So I don't even think they ever going to put him back at quarterback, even though Jameis went down. I think he's literally going to stick with Trevor Siemian and start training Ian Books as the backup.
But here's the problem, though. Depending on how bad Taysom's concussion was, until he gets cleared, Trevor Siemian's a starting quarterback.
Yeah, until we know when. Taysom Hill will come back. Which one? I'm hoping soon because we can use him.
I hope it's not. I hope it's like not until after he. I would love to see Travis Simeon beat the tar out of Matt Ryan.
We got somebody in here. How about them Cowboys?
That's when probably. That's how probably when more like Cowgirls. That's probably when Taysom's gonna come back. And can you imagine Taysom destroying the dissecting the freaking Cowboys and beating them? Don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about relying on the Cowboys beating the Buccaneers if we had lost, because we pretty much took care of. We handled up on business, you know.
Yep, but I'm fine with it. Like I said, I'm fine with I'm fine being 5-2. Now all we got is the Falcons. If we beat the Falcons, like we said, we get the first place in our division again.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the Falcons, we got the Titans and the Eagles.
It's another home game, which is awesome.
Yeah, it is a home game, and like I said, I already got tickets and stuff too.
After that, we got 2 road games after that,
and we got to pick the winners tomorrow. We got to pick another winner so we can know who's going with me this upcoming weekend. So,
by the way, like I said, if my practice was still on Saturdays and not Sundays, I would have loved to go with you again, dude.
Yes, I'm telling you, it was fun. Like I said, I wish people.
I know. I wish I could, but with my daddy at work, with my pops at work, and to be honest, I mean, I wouldn't mind to catch a ride with you, but the thing is, I got practice at 2:00, so
yeah.
So I gotta get that working, you know. Yep,
all the games are probably 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Like barely none of them are for 7 o'clock.
Yeah. By the way, the next 3 are literally at noon.
At noon, gotcha.
Falcons, Titans, and Eagles. By the way, Falcons and Titans and Eagles, we literally are on the road for them.
All right, so hear me out. All right, hear me out on this one. I feel like we can beat the Falcons, you know. But like I said, it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a close game though for a while because it's just a rivalry game. It's always. But hear me out about the Titans. Hear me out about the Titans. If our run defense holds Derrick Henry to like a 50, 60, 70-yard game,
I'm gonna give him 75. I'm gonna give 75 to 80 on it. Just 75
to 80.
Just as a precaution.
Gotcha. All we gotta do is hold that run, and like me and my friends were talking about in the car on the way home, Derrick and the Titans and them rely a lot on Derrick Henry. They don't really pass as much when they got Hoodie on AJ now. It's just crazy because you're relying on your big man. So
literally, plus you can get that with Passanio and Animata right at the center, you know.
Yep.
By the way, Passanio, hell of a pickup. I'm so glad I got him.
Oh yeah, I love him on the
way better than Malcolm Brown.
You saw where Cameron Jordan lined up a few times tonight.
He actually did line up in the middle.
A few times.
Did we not predict that would happen?
We did. Remember, we said him and Passanio.
We had him in the center with Passanio and Shade Animata on the out to the out. You know.
That's what we did, and it happened.
I mean, literally, he's called the Manitoba Mauler for a reason. And plus, I'm glad they practiced that in preseason to see how he does. And he did it superb in that position. But first off, shout out to JT Gray. Shout out to especially man JT Gray.
Definitely, that dude was freaking nice.
Free agent from Mississippi State. Like I watched that game against Mississippi State the year when he was there. I'm like, who the fuck is JT Gray? Because that dude is killing us right now, special teams.
Oh yeah, that nice hit too. That nice hit.
He was laying the wood on us.
Let's see.
Pull up GR3's. There it is.
There it is. So it says Peyton said that because Trevor can execute Jameis' game plan and Taysom at QB changes the whole game plan, but if they get time to prepare, Hill will start when Drew get hurt. Jameis entered Hill, then QB1. Gotcha. So basically, Trevor can probably handle it down and play the Jameis game plan. So why not keep Taysom in your spot? Now the worst comes to worst. Now if our boy Trevor gets hurt, then that's when I'll probably say, let's go back to Taysom. Because I don't know about Ian Book yet.
That's when Taysom and Book comes into play, you know. That's when Ian becomes his backup, you know.
Look who showed up, y'all. So let's play the video for him.
Paulson Adebo will shine in 29.
He is here. Hey, get in the chat, man. Get in the damn lines. You know you want to talk football because I got a message earlier from my boy saying so. One said, I want to talk some football tonight. So come on, man. Your internet should be better, you said. So hop up on here, Saints 01. We want to hear your thoughts on the game. And me and my boy Coach Rudy on here basically talking. And I know Jerry said he'll be back in here talking with us. And also, Crusher's trying to get his stuff fixed to where he can join in and talk. So we're gonna have us a nice little round table.
But
speaking of somebody, here he is. Can I hear him?
I think you can.
Oh yeah,
if you can.
Praise God.
Hey, if you can't, bro, it's just in the odds. The odds are not in my favor.
Wait, I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
I can hear him.
No. Play along. Just play along. I can't hear you.
I can't hear you either.
Never stop playing, dude. Anxiety induced. I've had enough anxiety induced behavior and experiences today for a couple days. So it's time to relax a little bit. My voice is shot. Jeez. Bruh. Just like how we was talking about, remember the Titans the night before they went play State? I ran outside of my house when PJ picked that ball off, bruh, and just screamed curse words. Like, I know somebody probably thought I was in a fight or I literally ran outside to the end of my driveway and said, I love my mother effing team so mother effing much.
Yep.
I love my effing team so much.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, my boy. Hold on 1 second.
Dog.
I gotta play one thing for y'all again. One more thing.
Paulson Adebo will shine in 29.
That Saint coming on?
He is here. Saints
There he
01.
is.
Welcome to the podcast, man. Where's his mic?
Great, what's up, Great? What's up, baby? You overseas, huh, Great? Appreciate you coming in, man. Y'all go crush that like, man.
Hold on.
Crush that like.
Don't tell me he's having the same problems as Crusher.
Man, I think it's melon.
It might be the melon app. All right.
Like I said,
exit and log back in like Crusher did. He had to do it like 2 times.
I had to reset my phone, man. I had to restart it. I mean,
sometimes, believe it or not, like I had trouble even on my computer a couple times because I joined too soon and I didn't check my mic and see if the green light was on the green light, because when you have the mic is good, the green light's on. Yeah, there was nothing showing. So, but what I did was I let it kind of run with the actual stream on YouTube first before I joined to see if that helped, and actually did. So that way it could actually get the sound in and whatnot, you know.
Hold on,
that actually helped out a lot.
Saints 01. Saints 01, we can't hear you. You might have to leave and then rejoin and try to restart the app. All right. Join back in here, Saints 01. And Mr. GR3 said, did anybody else get high blood pressure when CJ Gardner-Johnson ran around the end zone yelling, just fall down on the fumble that never was? That never was.
Okay, I was laughing my ass off when that happened.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to make something happen just like he did when he picked the ball off. He was trying to cut, you know, and I think it just was off the strength of Jameis, bro. That energy, bro. Trying to do everything we can to, you know, conceal a victory at the time. And, you know, it was I don't think it was if you go look at it, it was not a fumble. He did not have control of that ball through the football move, so we can't say that was a fumble. It was a great play still. It probably would have been the nail in the coffin, but I clearly don't think that was a fumble.
Yep.
It wasn't a fumble at the time. I mean, but again, that's what we do here. We don't just come on the cast to, you know, try to say things that make us feel victimized and, you know, all that other bull crap. Like, come on here to be real and be honest about the situation. And, you know, that's just what we do. That's just who we are, you know.
Yep. And then Nicholas.
Can
Huh?
you guys see me?
No, we can't see nothing, but we can hear you perfectly.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
But also, Mr. Nicholas is in the chat. He said if Taysom starts at quarterback again, I'm going to grow up.
Huh?
My boy Nick in here, he said if Taysom starts at quarterback again, I'm gonna grow up.
Oh man. Well, shit. I guess you can get your bag. Get your bag. Get you some Dramamine, homie. I don't know what else to tell you, bro. Because Taysom Hill, as much shit as y'all talk about Taysom Hill, we missed Taysom Hill on them third downs today.
Yep.
That's what y'all not realizing. Y'all talk so much shit about Taysom Hill, but y'all don't realize what Taysom Hill really means to this team. Y'all really don't realize that fourth and one, our first drive, that would have been done. Period. It's the small shit that Taysom contributes that gets overlooked all the time. And people say you don't want him in the game and all this other shit. Really? Really? So I guess you can say now that since Jameis hurt and Taysom in the game, that it's going to be good. I'm glad.
Oh, we lost you, Crusher.
Hey, Hoodie.
Yes, sir.
On that first 4th and 1, to be honest, I think instead of going up the middle, they should just bounce it outside, or like fake the pass. A play action, they would have been perfect. They were expecting the run.
Yep, we can hear you, Crusher.
Okay, hold on, man. Because I can't get back to my screen. I legitimately can't even get back to
your screen.
Yeah, dude. What is going on tonight, man? It's just been a crazy day.
Say someone. Try to say something.
Look, I think I'm back.
Yep. Say someone, you there? Alright, say someone. Log out, try one more time. Because and ask Crusher, give him my advice because yours were doing the same thing.
Hey, I literally had to restart my phone. That was the only thing that worked. I cleared out all the apps. I cleared out all the cache from the apps. I closed all the apps. I did all of that. Nothing was working. I had to literally sit up here and restart my phone. So I don't know why.
Hey, Hoodie, when my computer gets back up, I'm gonna jump on my computer. Okay, so I'm gonna wait and give a few minutes to load up. Okay.
I gotcha. And just to give y'all some good news, y'all. Carson, remember I was telling y'all last night in the podcast that I messaged 2 of the Bucks podcast. I told you that that ain't the toxic people, the one that actually talk football and know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
One of them replied back and told me thank you, for letting them know. And whenever we play them again in week 15, he'll talk to me about it. And then the other one, messaged me too. He said, "Hey, I just saw this, man. Appreciate the kind words, man. We'll have to make something happen for the next matchup later this year." And I told him, and then we was talking about. He said he hated seeing Jameis going down like that too. And he said, I thought that would be He said, I thought this would be the week Peyton let him loose, drawing the ball, which we was. We started off doing that. He said, I'm sorry it was a good time at the game, but, still pissed the Bucks beat themselves a lot with all these penalties and stupid turnovers. So, he even understands, So,
man,
gotta respect the guy.
There's one penalty that the Bucks. There's one penalty that the Bucks could have. That was a totally avoidable penalty that the Bucks should not have had. And that was that unnecessary sportsmanlike conduct. I'm like, dude, if you had turned his back, they were allowed to go.
Yeah. Hey, say someone. Try to say something. All right. I think say someone. I think what you're gonna have to do is do it. Carson said, try to restart your phone.
Restart your whole phone, bro. If you on your phone, restart it. Period. That's the only thing that works.
He must have a sprint program playing.
Because if not, if it's just the app that I'm on right now that's having trouble, I don't mind. Like, I'm gonna give him one more chance to do this and try to reset his phone and do it. If it doesn't work for him, I'll just end the live and I'll start a new live and see maybe it's just this damn one live. Maybe it's messing up, and then I'll restart it for everybody. So everybody that's in here, we might have to restart the live, but we're gonna see. So let's wait for him to come in. But I can still hear y'all, which is good. So
Yeah, like I said, I had to restart it. I had no idea why. Plus, I was like really on different windows and different tabs before I called back. I was looking for things because I wanted to see some research, uh, just for the game and just for some past history. Because I think earlier you guys had said Trevor Siemian went to the Super Bowl, but it was not Trevor Siemian. It was Brock Rockwaller. Rockwaller.
So wait,
Huh?
Carson, you
Yeah.
was talking and then, I know you was talking and then it stopped. So you were saying something about Brock?
Yeah, that was Brock that went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, Brock. No, not the Super Bowl. It was just the playoffs we were talking about. I think Trevor
No,
Siemian led him to a playoff.
no, that was Brock after Peyton Manning. That
Brock.
was not Trevor Siemian.
So when did Trevor Siemian come in then?
You know why we remember Trevor Siemian?
Huh.
Because in 2016, him and the Broncos came to the Dome. He went 25 for 40, put up 258 yards, and we lost because Will Lutz rookie year, it was 23-23 with 1 minute, 22 seconds left. Got the field goal blocked. They picked it up, ran it back, got 2 points. He clearly stepped out of bounds. They still kept it. He Parks ran it all the way back, got 2 points. We lost 25-23 to Trevor Siemian. So that's why the fan base remember Trevor Siemian. It was actually Brock that went to the Super Bowl that had Peyton Manning back that year.
Wait, so Trevor Siemian didn't lead them to a playoff though at all?
Trevor Siemian when they no. Well, no, you have to check. I think it. Wait. 2017. You have to look it up. You got the laptop. That's what we do. Look it up and see. I want to say no. I want to say no, but at the same time, it's like it's something that's telling me that it's probably yeah. But early when you guys was talking about Peyton, that was actually Brock.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think Trevor came 2 seasons after that. That was his rookie year, 2 or 3 seasons after that. But I mean, it's just been a crazy day, dog.
No, hey, GT. It was look. He was a 7th round draft pick for the Broncos in the 15 season. So the 15-16 season, he was a backup to Manning in Super Bowl 50.
Who, Trevor?
Yeah.
And it wasn't Brock?
Nope.
It wasn't Brock Osweiler.
He was with Broncos from 15 to 2017. Then he was on the Vikings for a little bit. Then he went to the Jets, and then the Titans before we picked him up. You know.
Dude, I stand corrected. Then I totally stand corrected. Either way, it all sums up to Trevor Siemian is not no rookie at all. Trevor Siemian came in the Dome and put up numbers. Trevor Siemian is a journeyman, straight up. He made some errant throws. He definitely made some errant throws. He rolled out. He threw a boot like a couple seconds later. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a late pass. It almost got picked off. Yeah, he made some mistakes. I mean, the dude had to come in the game.
But had the pass not been there, the penalty, the freaking interception would have stayed.
Huh?
Had that pass, roughing the passer penalty not been called, yeah, that interception would have stayed.
Oh yeah. It's almost the same thing as what happened with Jameis at the Packers. He got the interception, but it was a roughing the passer. Hey, look, it's gonna go against you. It's gonna go with you some weeks. It don't even matter. All roughing the passer is the craziest thing in the world. I have no idea. It's like you don't really even know what you're doing. Now look, a lot of people and Troy Aikman. Jeez, I hate Troy Aikman. he was really acting like Golston didn't know that what he was doing because his helmet got taken off. He literally lowered his elbow to hit him in the kidney. Like you seen him biting his lips while he going lunging in to do the shit.
He gave a
like
kidney
that's
shot to
inexcusable, bro. Like you know, it's a couple players for the Bucks, bro.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but hey, correct me if I'm wrong. But if your helmet comes off, you have to come out for a play, right? And basically, when your helmet comes off, you're pretty much an ineligible player, you know?
When what?
When your helmet comes off in the pros.
Well, during the play, it don't matter. I think that's college. I could be wrong. I think that's college. You have to do that. Not in the league.
If you have a helmet off in the pros, you have to think maybe you have to come off for a single play or something like that. I don't know what it is, but if you have your helmet up and you continually just to continue the play,
which I mean, he probably did. I mean, I don't really even know. I think he did. I think he did go out. To be honest,
had he not stopped
after the play,
I'm willing to bet that Golston would have planted Simeon in the dirt with his helmet off. Probably gave him an ejected call, you know.
He was gonna do that with the helmet on or off anyway. So it is what it is, bro. Like,
yeah,
I don't like Golston. I don't like Ndamukong Suh, and I don't like Jensen. I think they villainous. I think they fucked up. I think they very dirty. Period. And of course you need that mean streak. Of course you need a mean streak on offense and defensive line. But y'all just shady. You know what tonight felt like, dude? Honest to God, it literally felt like the good guys won. It really did. By the end of the game,
it did feel like the good guys finally won one. You know, they didn't finish last. You know.
At the end of the game, dude, it felt like the right team got the W, did everything they were supposed to do, and I actually was flipping through.
And by the way, speaking of which, and props to the guys that while James was walking off the field with his injury, that gave him a shot, like his props, you know, like kind of like pat on the head and all. Props to them guys, you know.
Yeah, I mean Devin White,
like Pierre Paul, great dude, you know.
Yeah.
He's actually one of the few clean guys on the team. You know?
JPP and Devin.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Jason Pierre-Paul win a couple Super Bowls with the Giants?
Yes, he won one.
And ironic, isn't it? He now has 3 Super Bowl rings and one. It's funny. He was twice played against Brady. Now he's with Brady. Oh, I ain't a cruel mistress, ain't she?
Yeah.
It's not lost on me.
Yeah, JPP is not. He ain't no dirty player. Like, I just specifically call those 3 people out because Ndamukong Suh, of course, he been doing dumb shit. Like, better have his career.
Since college.
You know, he just dirty, bro. He just dirty, and it never prevails.
Listen, the only people I say that's not dirty on the defensive side for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is Jason Pierre-Paul, Vita Vea. That's a great dude, by the way. Great player. And who else?
Yeah,
Murphy Bucky.
Yeah, I mean, honest to God, bro, look, check this out. I know Golston is a bad player. I know Ndamukong Suh is a dirty player. And Jensen is the dirtiest of all of them. They, like, every game this year, he almost got in a fight with somebody.
Yeah.
Hey, this is true, y'all. See, G.R. said, what about that Winfield making fun of Jameis with the W after he got injured? So after he got carted off, went to the locker room, and when Trevor Siemian drew that interception, and Winfield got it and he was trying to taunt, he was putting the W up trying to be funny, but then it got called back anyway because of the pass and rushing the pass anyway. But to be honest, why are you doing the W when the man just got hurt? Like, that's effed up.
Speaking of roughing, I just found out this morning, or was it yesterday or this morning that yesterday morning or this morning that Marshawn Lattimore and Metcalf got fined for all they did, you know.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday in my podcast, how all these people got fined, and somehow the stupid idiot that gave Taysom Hill a concussion still hasn't been fined or suspended.
At all.
Yeah, and that's weird. I mean, I'd at least find more of Metcalf than Lattimore, you know. At least suspended for a game or two, you know.
Saints all won. Saints all won. Please tell me you fixed it.
It might be his. It might be his phone because he has probably a Sprint.
Hey, you know what? It could be Saints all won. It could be this. Watch. Let me. My boy Net put in here. He said, "Guys, if you are on your phone, you gotta go to settings to the Safari
and allow your
settings
camera to be,
and allow your camera
to be allowed to use it. You know."
Yeah, and that's what might help you do that. But Mr. Jerry joined back in here. Jerry, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep, we can hear you good. Gotcha. So he's back up in here.
Told you I was coming back.
What's up, Jay?
I never left. What's up, T? What's up, Crusher?
What's good, man? Hey, what a win, though.
Yes, sir.
What a win.
Yes,
What a
sir.
win.
Yes, sir.
I was hoping they'd win, but I was hoping to be close, like at least 3 points. But never thought they'd pretty much blow the doors out of on them, you know?
Yeah, but we didn't blow the doors off of shit, though. We gotta understand.
We won by like double digits, dude.
Because PJ Williams ran a touchdown when he should have got down in the first place. He had an opening, so he just went in the end zone.
I mean, if you got it, you take it, you know, right? If the opportunity there, take it, you know.
No, but I'm trying to tell you, we ain't blow the doors off of shit.
Well, okay.
That was a fucking war. That was a war, Rudy.
Yes, it
for
was,
real.
Bro.
It really was a war of trenches, especially in the trenches. I saw the trenches, both sides. Our defensive line and offensive line, especially for Tampa, they were literally falling on each other. It was an old school grudge match, you know.
Oh yeah. I know.
And I love games like that, don't you?
Yeah.
Those are the best kind. Like no matter the end of the day, you don't care who wins. You got to see some people fight, you know.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think Leonard Fournette only had like 71 yards on the ground.
I think it's like 60, 70 yards. I don't remember. I call it 65 yards. So actually, let me check.
Yeah, let me check.
Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, while y'all looking that up. Yes, I did. I did come back. I was just on the line with the WD and Chat Line podcast. So they were doing their live stream over there. So I was just on the phone with them, giving them my thoughts and opinion after the game today. So shouts out to CB and WD and Miss Carly and Uptown and all the rest of the entire WD and Chat Line podcast. So y'all check them out over there when you get a chance.
Okay, now here's a good stat line you're gonna enjoy for the team. For the Saints, we had 26 first downs, so they're 16. Of course, we won the turnover battle with 3. But here's some. We barely won the time possession with 33.
33 to 26.
33 minutes. 33 minutes, 16 seconds to 26 and 44 seconds. So.
Mm-hmm.
But let me see.
But on the flip side, they had like literally 14 attempts for 71 yards on the ground. We had 32 attempts for 152 yards on the ground. So it looked like one of them weird games.
We did win the rushing battle. We had basically double what they had on the rushing yard. Yeah, we had rushing attempts. Yeah, 32 to 14, and we had. But the thing is, here's the funny thing is, the rushing attempts for both teams. Know what the difference is? 0.3 yards. They had 5.1 yards per carry. We had 4.8 yards per carry. And to be honest, for any team, that's a great stat line to have. For 45 yards, get every play. Yes, indeedy. I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
But we also won the turnover. But we also won the penalty battle too. They had basically almost 100 penalty yards.
Yeah, they gave us 6 first downs.
Yep. Recap. Box score.
Hey, real quick, y'all. Real quick. Mr. Nicholas in here, he said Leonard got shut down. He's on my fantasy squad. By the way, I played against Nicholas this week in fantasy, and this man beating me by like 3 points or 4 points right now, 5 points, maybe something like that. And he's got a kick left, so he automatically won. But I call this bull crap because my boy Jameis Winston got hurt. That was my starting quarterback. My tight end was, Tanyan from the Green Bay Packers. He tore his ACL. And then my backup running back, that was my second running back, was James Robinson. And this man freaking goes out with an injury. And I'm like, dude, I could not catch a break. And
you
then
you couldn't even catch your cold with that, with that stat line,
Nope. It was sad.
By the way, but CT, Leonard Fournette, the person that had the most rushing was Bernard with 30 yards, 2 carries for 15-yard average. Freaking Fournette only had 26 yards.
Yeah, 26. That was overall. That was meant the attempts and the yards overall. Yeah, Leonard Fournette didn't do anything. Yo.
Crusher, I wish you would have came on earlier, man, because I was talking. I was going wrong.
He went on a tangent.
I was going hard on them Succaneers, bruh.
He went ham.
After what they did, man.
Say it again. Say it again.
He went hunting. He went Buccaneer hunting and literally sniping them.
Yeah,
What?
Right.
What?
Cause they took Winston out, bruh.
Yeah.
And I was going RAW on them, bruh. And I ain't talking about WWE either. I'm talking about Raw. I'm talking about rough.
No lube. Yeah,
it was almost
went in.
Hey, yo, say something one here.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
About time.
What I said, saying someone, I sent them a message. I told him, I said, put some AirPods in or something and see if that picks up a microphone for you, and it works now.
Yeah, Hoodie. I mean, Alan, you know you got to do it, bro. You know you got to do it.
Yep. I'll do it again for like the 3rd or 4th time for you because now he's officially here.
Paulson Adebo will shine in 29.
29.
Yes, he will. Shine in 29.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it first.
Yep.
All right.
Yes, indeed.
So, Jerry, before we let Saints on one talk and give him his opinion, go back and tell us what you were saying earlier for Mr. Crescent here.
Oh no, Chris, I was just ranting my ass off on these Succaneers.
Actually, you weren't ranting. Actually, Jerry, you weren't ranting. You were preaching.
I was preaching and ranting.
You can do both.
Yep.
As long as it's the right thing. So.
Yeah.
And also another thing, that everybody that picked the Succaneers to beat us on today on Halloween, y'all already know. Y'all probably already saw it in the chat. If you didn't, I'll tell it to you now, live in person. Everybody that picked the Buccaneers to beat us in the Superdome will be. You're going to be hearing a lot of excuses, a lot of this. Oh, Tom Brady should have did this. Oh, Tom Brady should have did that.
We didn't have Aaron. We didn't have Gronkowski or Brown.
They gonna be the people that picked them. They're gonna be eating a lot of crow this week.
They will.
A lot of them. I don't care if it's First Take with Stephen A. Smith. I don't care if it's Undisputed with Skip Bayless. I don't care if it's the hurt. Look, I don't care. Everybody gonna be eating crow.
I don't care if it's Good Morning Football.
I mean, I don't know.
Around network, wherever.
I don't know anybody that picked us.
I saw the preview. I saw the preview this last Wednesday. I saw the preview for the game, and believe it or not, every last one of them had picked the Buccaneers to win.
Every telecast I watched,
everybody
pick the Buccaneers. Everybody.
By the way, Hoodie, little heads up. We do have a Thanksgiving game against the Bills.
That's religious.
Yep.
That's 2020 coming back to hunt them. It just saw a ghost.
Well, I'll tell you what. That's seven interceptions that Tom Brady didn't got since week 1 last year.
By the way,
so the last time Tom Brady beat the Saints was in 2017.
Yep.
I think that was like week 4.
No, week 2.
Week 2.
Yeah, it was week 2.
Because we played Vikings. We lost the Vikings, and then we didn't because ironically we played the Vikings again in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was miracle year. But you know when they say somebody didn't infected your brain, yeah, you got the Saints on your brain. Looked dejected. He looked dejected from the jump. He looked dejected from the jump. He looked out of sync from the jump. It with the same thing that happened pretty much the first play of the game was that interior penetration, and from that point on, that was a run play. But from that point on, Undermata, shuttle, they ate. Interior linemen, they ate. They absolutely ate. They gave up some gashes. You know, they was popping off. You know, they was killing us in first and second down. They literally was at getting 5 or 6 a pop. You know, but for the most part, we hunkered down. We
weathered the storm, you know.
Yeah, we did.
And we did just enough against that rush defense that they've been talking about all week. You know, look at our defense. Look at what we got.
Mark Ingram was literally about to pop off on them. They a few more runs. He would have taken to the house.
Mark Ingram has probably the freshest legs on the Saints right now.
Oh, most definitely, bro.
By the way, I have a question for you guys. For all four.
A lot of people was talking about he's not the same player. I totally seen almost the same player. I seen somebody that drove his feet, tree trunk legs, moving the pile. I seen that beautiful screenplay. Like he probably one of the best running backs to run a screen, like because he's so small in the first place that he get hidden behind the people.
You might want to. Well, I say second best. Okay,
well, Rudy, you say second best. I say the first best, third best.
Wait. Behind Pierre Thomas.
Hey, look here.
Behind.
Yeah, but even at that, Mark was so good at the screen is because he was shorter than Pierre Thomas and he had stronger legs than Pierre Thomas.
Okay, I will give you that.
And he had better, and he had because he had better vision when he ran the screen. Yes, he was a better screen player than Pierre Thomas. And he showed that today.
But to be honest, it's a coin flip, for 1 and 2. It's like the stuff there's like very minute. Like you could say Pierre was pretty good. It was the best one. That
that's not even. To be honest. Rudy, chill. That's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that Mark Ingram looked like the player that he was when he was still here.
Most definitely. I'm not knocking.
I agree with you.
I'm not knocking Mark Ingram.
It was not one thing about what he did on the field today that was indicative of him losing a step, of him not knowing the offense, not knowing where he was at. The great energy, it was infectious. The way it all came together, you really can't write this type of stuff. Like you really can't even script this for movies. Like it made him want to.
And I shout out to wish they script the movie that good, that the game is good.
It literally made him want to keep his number 14, bro, because of everything that happened today. The energy, Jameis doing it for Jameis. I mean, if you would have told me that Jameis Winston would have got hurt, Gad Griffin would have had 3 catches for 30 yards, Kevin White would have had 1 catch for 38 yards to basically spark the game up, Traquan would have came back with a TD, and Jameis is not in the game, I would have been like, I have no idea.
And a fullback with a touchdown, a reception touchdown.
With Alex Armand having a touchdown, running a PA boot out of nowhere, I would have told you like in a different multiverse, like you was just in a different universe.
Speaking of that, brings up this question. I got a question for you 3 guys, for all 3 of you. If someone would have came up to you and told you at the beginning of the season or in the off season that a third-string quarterback leading a team that has no offensive weapons would beat Tom Brady, what would y'all have done?
Me, I first would have asked this one question. I would have been like, "Who's your head coach?" And then once you told me Sean Payton, I'd be like, "Yes, it's possible."
Yeah.
I would have probably thought they were. I would have thought they were crazy, you know.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, I think the thing with Trevor Siemian that I think we all kind of besmirch and don't realize, like I said, the dude
He's
is a
in the system.
fucking he's a veteran, bruh. The dude ain't no scrub, bruh. The dude been on teams, he's led
He sat
teams.
behind two of the greatest quarterbacks in the league.
He knows
Manning and freaking Brees.
he knows what to do to control an offense. He knows what to do to control a huddle. And I think Coach Payton said he like Ty Detman in a way because he just chill all the time. And he is.
He did. He did
He
have
really
a cool
was
head
just
the whole
he
time.
really was just chill. You know, like he really was just chill.
Even when the ball he had a bad snap, he had he took that split second to compose up, look around, and if he doesn't have anything, he throws it away, you know.
He threw that screen away immediately. He made smart decisions. He didn't do anything dumb. I hate what happened to Jameis though. We gonna miss that. We're gonna miss that mobility out of the pocket and stretching the plays out. We gonna miss that for some time being.
Wait a minute.
It almost leave me speechless. Like I had a couple tears in my eyes when it happened because it was one of those things to me, bro. It's like, how much can we take, man? Like, I don't know if y'all could tell tonight, but I'm kind of unhinged. Like, I'm not really like.
I could tell. Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, I've had like it's been a very hectic day, and like
feel like you could use a strong drink.
No, I don't drink, bro.
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? It's just one kind. I'm just saying it's one of them kind of days, you know? Like you need a strong, stiff drink, you know?
Yeah.
A good one. Not a little bitty petite one. I'm talking about like this size, you know?
Yeah.
Like half this bottle size.
Yeah. Ever since Jameis he got hurt, Traquan played better. The offensive line played better. We coached better. We had way more intensity, way more energy than anybody in the country wanted to give us credit for. I heard so many people saying that it's a short week coming across the country and the energy and blah, blah, this and that. But it almost was like, damn, why did it have to take all that for everybody to come alive just to have some juice?
Speaking of injury,
you know.
I was saying, I actually went back to look at that injury, like how it happened. You know, I was looking at his leg, and while it was most of that foot came out on him, but his leg kind of buckled normal, but just went slight to the side. You know, which means it might not be nothing more than a pull, at the best. You know, because his knee went under him naturally. You know, like the knee's supposed to bend towards you. You know. And he did. Yeah, he never locked his leg, which is great. That was a smart move, not locking your leg. Because had he locked his leg,
it would have been Dak Prescott. It would have been the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been almost the same exact.
Or worse. Or this is the worst possible thing to happen. What happened to Teddy Bridgewater? That's the worst. That's the worst case scenario, you know.
Yeah,
but luckily, I saw him like he's trying to walk up with some power, which it gives you a little sign, even though he had to go down again, it still gives some sign. It's still a little bit it's still a hopeful sign, you know?
Yeah, that's just toughness. That's just him trying to be a leader, get off the field, you know.
yeah, exactly.
Yep, pretty much.
Exactly.
Yep.
Tracy Porter.
I love it.
You seen this comment?
Look, I had to squint and look because of it, bro. It's been it's crazy. But yeah, he did his best Tracy Porter today. And that's exactly what I said when he scouted it from the jump. It's so crazy.
He said in the interview, he said I was looking for that route and he saw it and he jumped it. And the sea parted for him. Like, dude, if the sea parted, go for it. You can take it to the promised land. And he did.
Yeah. Aaron Glenn would have coached him up to do that, because Aaron Glenn was a good defensive back coach, but Chris Richard is a different monster.
Yeah.
Chris Richard actually implements things and puts it in a way to make people absorb them and give them confidence to go out on the field and execute it. This is a different PJ Williams. This is a different Marcus Williams. This is a different secondary that we got because we cerebral as hell. We not shortchanging nothing about no insecurities or no confidence of what we stepping on the field to do. We know exactly what we need to do when we step on the field. You know, Marcus was about to pick the ball off. He just didn't want to run into somebody, and it was almost like one of those situations that if he felt like, you know, that was Trayvon Diggs, and you know, he would have tried to bolo over there to get the ball, and he would have knocked over Marshawn, and Mike Evans would have jumped up and caught the ball and ran. So he stopped. So we had that scouted. We had Tom Brady scouted before he even could step. Let's
not forget the last 2 times we played Brady. The one person that's been a thorn in Brady's side is Marcus Williams. And not only that, but by the way, if you ask me personally, I think that the reason why he stopped is because, well, he didn't want to get a penalty, which probably put him in a spot right there to give him a chance in the range, you know? But secondly, I think he caught a Vietnam flashback about half. Like, I remember what happened. Let me kind of ease up off a little bit, you know, because the pressure's there. He's probably going to be overthrown anyways, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't want to go up there and disrupt nothing and try to lunge for the ball and knock Marshawn Lattimore out of the play. But that was clamped and bracketed from the jump.
It was.
And what's kind of
Hey, we got Saints 01 in here, back in here.
He's muted his mic, so.
Hey, Saints 01, unmute yourself, buddy. Can we hear you?
Hey, what's cracking? What's going on?
I was gonna say let's our boy Saints 01 let's hear his thoughts on the game so far, because he came in here and then it kicked him out. So while we got him in here, let's see if we can see what his thoughts is before he gets kicked out again, because I don't know what's wrong with the app.
Hey, Alan, before Saints 01 give his thoughts on the game, I just want to say thank you for having me on here once again, man. Even though I had to come back twice, but
come back a third time.
But the OG getting ready to call it a night, man, after this long day, man.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna let you and CT Crusher and Coach Rudy and Saints 01 take it from here. Your boy getting ready to chime out of here right now, bro.
All right. Thank you,
man. Holler at you later, bro.
All right.
Who that?
See y'all later.
All right, my boy.
Still look good even without a tie on.
Alrighty. So Saints 01, what's your thoughts, man?
Man, my first thoughts. You want
Hey,
my first thoughts.
Lay it on the table, dude.
No, but honestly, I think we did pretty good with Trevor Siemian as our quarterback. I feel bad for Winston. I mean, 45, Devin White should have been pulled out of the game after his third penalty.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do?
I mean, honest to God, Devin White, after the game, he said he did not mean to do that. He apologized profusely. He apologized during when it happened. He's one of the people to come over there and talk to him. He actually had told he told the media that, all right, Jerry, who that to you, folk? He told the people at the press conference that James was one of the first people to congratulate him after they won a Super Bowl. We have to understand. I do not think Devin White meant to do that, but he still should have been held accountable for what he did, because he know he's high. They was doing that all game, and it's like it don't matter if you're not meaning to do it or not. You still playing too reckless. I mean, even after that, when they called it, they had Trevor Siemian back for the rest of the game because of what they was doing. It don't matter if Ghostin tried to do that or meant to do it. It don't matter. You literally put your elbow on the dude's kidney, bro. They gonna call that shit. You ain't seeing the pity pat shit they've been calling all year? You know they gonna call that. Bruce Arians ain't trying to defend it. They stupid. Period. They gave us 6 first downs off of penalties, off of arrogance, off of Super Bowl champ this and champ that.
And
but go ahead, Saint.
What was I going to say?
Saint.
His mic's muted.
I think he muted his mic for a second.
Can you hear?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Go ahead, dude.
Yeah, for real, man. I mean, he was playing reckless all game, dude. He was all over the field. I mean, he was committing a lot of penalties. Some of the penalties he wasn't even getting called on. I mean, he was getting, by with some slick little,
Yeah. Little chip against.
It was definitely undisciplined. Definitely undisciplined.
Right. Him and that other guy, number 31, I can't remember.
Winfield.
Winfield.
Yeah, those 2 guys were just bums, bro. I don't like them.
Yeah.
Hey,
and I know.
By the way, CT Saint. Actually, just brought my. Thank you for. I had to remind myself for a second. With PJ Williams, and Chris Richard, thank God for him. I mean, first off, but secondly, have you guys noticed? PJ's always been a secure tackler. He always had great hands too. But the problem was his ball security, his awareness and ball hawk ability. Ever since Chris Richard came over here, have you noticed a more ball hawk ability, IQ in PJ Williams? And by the way, have you seen a resurgence in his career as a safety and or nickel corner?
It's not the ball hawking thing. It's everything that contributes to you being called a ball hawk, which is a big component of that is having confidence and execution and knowing exactly what you need to do and going out there and doing it. It's one thing to coach somebody to do something all week. It's another thing to do it. It's another thing to instill confidence in that player and instill professionalism and excellence and demand excellence out of that player to make that happen and go out there and do that. And that's what we've been seeing. Like we've not had doofus plays this year. Win, lose or draw. We've had some miscommunication between Paulson and Marshawn, clearly. But as far as our safeties go, we haven't had doofus plays, and that comes from
for helping out a lot. So
that comes from just having confidence and intelligence and going out on the field and executing. PJ Williams is a serious person. He not with them games. You feel me? Like he a grown ass man now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And speaking of excellence and your fundamental and your fundamentals, because I agree, like on paper and in practice, they can be confident as hell, but game time, everyone gets the jitters. It's only natural to human. But have you noticed that the footwork with PJ Williams has looked a lot more clean and more quick? And
yeah,
he's made a lot more smarter moves with his footwork. Seems like he's working on his footwork during this offseason. What about you? Agree, Hoodie?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's because of Chris Richard.
Because that pick six, he could have went out of bounds and let the game be an ice the game like that,
Yeah,
but
no.
He wanted to put
I wasn't
on.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
He stopped to make sure he gets a good block in.
I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was just saying that alley was open. That's the Bucs' fault.
Yeah,
that's their fault. Because they thought he was
that person that got blocked. He had a clean look at a clean lane and an angle on him to dead to rights. But we had a good lead block. But that's why he kind of stutter stepped to kind of like
y'all gonna let me? You can literally see like shit. Y'all gonna let me do this shit? All right, I'm going in.
I know. Like, look, the C part. Look, he had the game-winning interception. But the thing is, he could have just took it down, and then they could just took a knee.
Yeah.
But he wanted.
But I would have did the same thing he did. I wasn't disagreeing with you because the Bucs thought. I don't know if they thought he went out of bounds or they looked at it wrong, but they literally quit and gave him an alley all the way to the end zone, and he dove in the end zone. And he dove. Yeah. He dove low too. He didn't dive like he literally
At least he extended his arms to get the ball over the goal line before his knee went down. Thank God for that.
Yeah, like I don't even know if he really didn't stretch his arms out. He really just got so low to the ground to where it was like, I'm not even about to give nobody a chance to even try to hit me in midair. I'm getting to the end zone though. Like he just did some smart shit. Like he looked like how Steven Urkel would turn into Stephon. That's the I don't even know if you can call PJ anymore. Like maybe PJ or some shit. Like cause that's a whole different level of what PJ Williams did today. Real talk. Real talk.
But in all honesty, that's actually a really taking it to the house. Actually, a smart play because on opponents like this, you got to play to the 3 zeros on the clock. And don't ever take your foot off the gas.
Yeah,
and that's what day, right?
We scouted Tom Brady. We scouted the GOAT. We outthought the brain. That's what we do. That's what we did. I sat up here last night till 2:00 in the morning saying the same thing. Your guy on the think tank said the same thing to Buck Life. We've been saying that all the time. Physical games and execution on the field, that's fine. I get it. But what we do is something completely different. It's chess, not checkers. Y'all will never get on that type of level. And we got the coaches to do it. PJ always had the feet work. PJ always had a good technique. He just was insecure in it.
He was.
Now he's calmed down though, and he has a poise about himself because he knows he's a good player. He's validated. He's stepped into the fact that he is a good player. Marcus Williams has stepped into the fact that he is a good safety. Malcolm Jenkins is a father. Malcolm Jenkins that's a fraternity. And
to be honest,
they take up for each other.
Malcolm Jenkins, I think, also helped with PJ Williams' confidence too.
Yo, when you around a grown ass man like Malcolm Jenkins all the time, something is gonna be osmosis and synthesized.
Malcolm Jenkins has 2 brands of horseshoes on his arm.
Because that's the guy. That is the guy. Malcolm Jenkins is the guy. You feel me? And always was the guy.
I just thought about this. This thought just hit me with Trevor Siemian. Like, while yes, he studied under Breeze, he also studied under Peyton Manning, who, mind you, played Brady like every other year. And knew how to beat him. So now because of defense,
but Rudy, you gotta understand.
He also understood, watched under Drew Brees, who literally has Brady's number since he was a Charger.
But Rudy, quarterback, he didn't know. He didn't beat Brady.
The defense did.
Football don't work like that.
No.
Just because you've been around somebody that's a lawyer for 15 years, that don't mean you can go defend somebody in a case. That's not what's going on here.
No.
That's not. We gotta understand. Trevor Siemian is a fucking journeyman. Period. He don't care what nobody think about him. He not lacking confidence. He's not like he's embraced his role as a backup quarterback in the NFL, and he's not bitter about it. He's not like Joe Flacco's of the world. He's not one of these types of people that think that he's something that he's not. And he humble and he cool, cucumber cool. He came in the game cucumber cool. He left the game cucumber cool. Shit, dude. They outscored us 20-3 in the second half. I mean, they just bow. We had them 23-7, and then out of nowhere, they was there. Like it was crazy. And I literally was thinking, we can't move the ball on offense. We really can't. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If it wasn't for them boneheaded penalties, we wouldn't have did what we did.
I agree. We have no weapons.
So guess what that tell me? That just goes straight to the fact of another component to validate us in what we've been saying. It ain't about you dumbass players on the field sometimes. Excuse my language. High respect. I don't even mean to call him dumbass. I don't even mean to call him like stupid or nothing like that. I'm not even trying to say that. I'm just so emotional today. It's not about the players sometimes. It's about outthinking somebody. And that's what we do best. That's what we've been doing best. And we just showed it tonight. P.J. Williams used to be a laughing stock. P.J. Williams just picked off Tom Brady to shut him out. Gave him his 7th interception in the last 5 regular season games. I mean, 4 regular season games.
This ain't the first time P.J. Williams intercepted Tom Brady. Won't be the last.
No, because Tom Brady can do all of what he want to do. Just like earlier last week when he was talking to the press and he was telling them how nasty our defense is, he meant every damn word of that. And we showed him that tonight. We showed him all of that. Period. They couldn't do it. We literally outran them. We literally had more passing yards than them. We literally had more attempts on the ground than them. They was averaging they were averaging a 0.5 yard more than us, but we literally outplayed them. We literally outplayed them. It just looks weird because out of nowhere, they just got 20 unanswered. They just went on a run, and it was just like, what is going on? You know, and it like warped the stats. It literally like warped the stats. Like without those 2, touchdowns, that's a different game. It's a completely different game.
And had to convert the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, no, we snuffed that out. Look, Bruce Arians, you can come out here with your checkerboard all you want, bro. It don't matter, bro. We rooks, bro. We playing dumb. Well, they playing like you have no idea who you dealing with, bro. You go and get all of these athletic players, all these big name players, all these people that make it look like you're a mega team and all this other bullshit. But guess what? You can be all the Avengers you want, your fake ass Avengers. Y'all don't have a Nick Fury. We do. His name is Sean Payton, and he orchestrates every single thing that goes on that field, and he does it better than anybody in the league. Look, after his press conference, he told everybody.
Sans Belichick.
He told everybody after the game, everybody says, leaving time on the clock. Everybody says that. The announcer said, or the player said, he said, well, you know what? If that's the truth, then I want to know those 3 plays that you have to run to do exactly that. We couldn't run the ball. We came out passing them balls, and there was some stupid play calling, but the direction was, which you have to understand, and I do, and I really just wholeheartedly do. We wasn't gonna move the ball in the first place if we would have tried to run the ball.
We would have to be going backwards
because we wasn't running the ball well. So he was trying to get people out in space, but it just didn't materialize. So it looked stupid. It just looked it looked dumb. But that's what you get when you're dealing with somebody like Sean Payton. So you take that. You totally take that. Because he's always gonna know what he needs to do, bro. I mean, he's gonna know what he needs to do. Even if it don't work out for him, he knows that he knows what's up. He know the complete opposite of what he needs to do. And he tries to do other things, and sometimes that might get him in trouble and get us behind the sticks. But he knows what he needs to do. And when he said that, and when he was explaining that and breaking that down in the Sean Payton way that he do, in a chill way, I was like, I totally understand it, because it wasn't like we was gonna move the ball. People can say run the ball all they want, but we ran
the ball. We would have went backwards. Now, if this was against the Rams, I can understand, because we were running on them all night long. But it's Tampa Bay. It's the number 1 rush defense in the league. You think you're gonna run the ball up the gut on them or bounce it outside without losing some yardage?
Them linebackers, linebackers is too athletic. You know, they not you dealing with Levante David and Devin White. You dealing with these beast athletes, these crazy athletes. The only thing you have in your corner is outthinking them. That's the only thing you really have.
Hey, Hoodie,
I mean, the dudes is sideline to sideline. They lateral. They turn their hips. They it's like a small person in a big body, and they strong as like they some beasts. They stupid beasts. Like they stupid beasts. Like OP beasts. You know, like you can literally like use them in Madden and play them like a safety. Because they literally got that athleticism like that. You know, they some beasts, dude.
When you said Madden, it reminded me of that Old Spice commercial with Derrick Henry using the Madden game. We literally had like 4 guys dragging 4 guys to the end zone.
Yeah, like they just some beasts, bro. And we wasn't sealing the perimeters. We wasn't sealing the edges. We was not getting out on the edges at all. That jet sweep was probably the biggest play of the game, to be honest with you, because it wasn't like we didn't go to the well before that. We didn't try to do some fancy shit before all that happened. That was the exact moment that needed to happen, and it worked out.
You mean that Deontay Harris verse?
Yeah, and the thing with Deontay, and I have to notice this. This is my second time noticing this. He gets too anxious when he gets open field, a little bit too anxious. He doesn't see what he needs to see. He cuts back inside when he needs to cut outside. He cuts outside when he needs to cut inside. Maybe that's just gonna come with knowledge and experience. But he needs to understand that he's too fast and he needs to I mean, he needs to manipulate the blocks a little bit better and get behind his blockers instead of trying to outrun somebody. Which I mean, the dude's so fast. That's the only thing he's been doing his whole life is outrunning people. So it's not like I'm mad at him for that, out judging him for that, or criticizing him for that. But if he could get that type of asset in his game and his repertoire, he would be a monster, an absolute monster. Look, somebody that small running behind big ass offensive linemen, you're not seeing him. You're not seeing him. And then after you see him, he's gone. Period. But sometimes he cuts inside, he doesn't cut outside, he doesn't wait for blocks. He just get anxious and he go back to like that innate knee-jerk reaction to what he always do in his whole life is outrunning everybody on the field. And sometimes you just can't do that. You're too small. There's a lot of athletes. Yeah, you gotta let plays develop. I mean, when we played the Patriots, I think Alvin had I have to go back and look. But I think we ran like a sweep. And I think it was a jailbreak screen. And he got to the point to where he was 15 yards down the field. But if he would have cut back outside, that would have been 6. But he cut back inside being too anxious. And when Alvin Kamara was helping him up off the ground, you can totally tell. And you just have to go look and see the particular play. But you can totally tell Alvin Kamara was like, man, relax.
Yep.
Control your demons, and you're a monster. Period.
Hey, Hoodie, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Is it just me, or does it seem like when me and CT are on the screen, it's basically your version of Shannon and Skip Bayless? In a way.
Oh yeah, that's how y'all are, and I'm the one that's just with the camera videoing.
You're literally the female in the
like
background.
Molly.
Yeah, I'm the little girl in the background. Excuse me, Shannon.
And the thing about it is, I would never even say that because they so commercialized that they don't even understand what they looking at. Michael Irvin doesn't even understand what he's looking at. Like Michael Irvin.
Me and you are more of a like an unfiltered raw version of them too. Like no makeup, no nothing, just basically like tell it like it is, kind of like how they used to do it. I remember back in the day. I remember back in the day, the announcer would tell like it is. Like if a team, like especially like the coach too, like especially with Jim, for example, Jim Moore, who I did not know was still alive. It's like he told the announcers after the game, like We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a first down. We couldn't complete a pass. We suck, you know?
Yeah. Which
Hey,
is so funny.
Hey, but Crusher and Coach Rudy, don't hate me for this, y'all, and chat, y'all. I love talking to all y'all about sports and stuff, but I don't know what it is right now. I think, like I know my head's hurt. I got a little headache. I think it's because I didn't get too much sleep last night because I was so happy about this game and stuff, you know. But I wanted to just talk to y'all about this last little topic right here on this comment from Cam.
Yeah.
They said trade for Mr. Trubisky. So the real question is for y'all. What would be a quarterback that y'all would like to see us trade for that is like, you know, something that's like reasonable, that you know, like, hey, this could happen. That don't be like, oh, we want to trade for A-Rod. You know that's not gonna happen, you know. But what's a trade you can see happening, and what quarterback would you like to see us trade for, or what quarterback would you like to see us try to hit in free agency if we can?
Man, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really see any prospects like that. I don't see anybody from a quarterback standpoint that you want to go out here and try to spin a bag on at all. Like I don't even see who you just said. Like Mitchell Trubisky, really? That's just like, yeah. But look, check this shit out, y'all. We so desperate right now. Look what we've been doing all season. We've been literally digging through trash bins trying to find gold. So you hear these names, and it might make it seem appealing, but that's Aldrick Rosas going to Cody Parkey. Trevor Siemian is who he needs to be, and we need to give him a little bit of chance to do a little bit of something to prove himself before we start trying to disrespect our team, disrespect the knowledge, disrespect the journey, and go and get big name players. Look, we ain't had no big name free agent, no big name trade at all. Ever came here.
Well, since
anything.
since 06, so.
Yep. Since 06.
Drew Brees.
To be honest with you, the only big free agent signing I think that we had, probably recent, will be Amanda Sanders having a legit number 2 receiver. That was the only one I think that was the most recent, because I mean he was your legit number 2 guy. It could be a number 1 like he did last year when Thomas went out. So
I could totally see that. Yes,
same.
That's a good point too. Because he was
for me, I only see like maybe 1 or 2 people I could think of like draft like picking up either in free agency or in a trade. That's for cheap, you know. I know one. Nick Foles, just to see what happens, you know, because he's a backup quarterback, but he did a fantastic job. He's a great quarterback, and no one really gives him a chance, you know. He literally almost beat us in the playoffs, you know. That in the I believe it was a wild card round. Divisional 18. That's right. Yeah. Now, because he couldn't, and Nick Foles, and he's been around the block, and he knows what he can do. You know, he keeps play simple. You know, he extends it when he needs to. You know, But let's see. The other person I want to say, let's see. Who would I get? Let's see. There's another person I had on tip of my tongue.
I mean, I would say Cam Newton.
Maybe him, but
Cam.
He's more of an athlete, like Taysom Hill, you know.
But the mental side of it for me, Jameis had to get some humility to come here and not make all his money that he was making and not have the prestige that he was having to try to learn. And I don't see Cam right now at the stage of his career with that type of humility to want to do that. Because he's going to want way too much than what we're trying to offer him. You know, we can't just go like in the middle of the season and add to the cap. But that's a good question. And, you know, definitely I'm going to, like, for the next few days, we could try to see. But honest to God, I just want to see what Trevor Siemian going to do for us, bro.
You know one quarterback that I can see us maybe trading for, just because I feel like that one team has a decent backup, but, you know, because I feel like their starting quarterback is a franchise quarterback for him. Y'all want to take one guess of who I'm talking about right now?
Joe Burrow.
Oh no, I wish we had Joe Burrow, but I'm
Shit.
saying this team has their franchise quarterback, but the other dude's not even playing. Crusher, he said Joe Burrow. What's your guess?
Joe Burrow?
No, that's
What
what
you
Coach
mean?
Rudy said.
I was joking, but to be honest, I was just shooting a dog.
Yeah, he was joking.
I was joking.
So I'm giving you a hint. I'm giving you
like
a
a
hint. So
fantastical.
I'm giving you a hint. So I'm gonna give you 2 hints. Well, this team has
But
a
I didn't
franchise quarterback.
understand what you were saying. You saying that he's on a team as a number 2 right now?
They're number 2 right now, and this team we played last year and lost to him.
And lost to him?
Yep.
Case Keenum, that's pretty valuable too.
Oh, not Case Keenum. I was saying yes to a team that we lost last year. It's gonna be hard to like get on the tongue and remember, but how about I say the jerseys are black and silver?
Derek Carr.
You know they got Derek Carr. We can go after Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota. He might can fit in the system. He's a scrambler too.
He a very good scrambler, and he used to be a very good quarterback, but he thinks too much. He
needs better coaching.
This probably why I would say no to Marcus Mariota, because to me he's proven time and time again that he just can't literally digest an offensive playbook.
Ooh, hold up now. I saw someone who I would love to see come here. I mean, while he's basically been a backup most of his life, he's now he has a non-starting job. I would love to see how Tannehill does in the Saints uniform. If not him, to be honest, I'm kind of interested. I know people say we should get Sam Darnold. I'm kind of curious too. You know, or call Josh Rosen.
Hey y'all, hear me out. Okay, y'all. I can see this happen. I can see this happening if Jameis Winston is seeing a season-ending injury, right? I can see one trade happening before the trade deadline. I can guarantee you. I can see this happening. The Saints trading with the Broncos to get Teddy back.
Oh yeah, I can see that too.
I could kind of see that.
Same.
But again, Teddy just got a bag.
And he's doing great. He's doing great in Denver, you know.
And he's not going nowhere because he just got a bag. Period. You know. Yeah. We set him up to go get a bag.
We did. But
so we in a pickle, y'all. Shit. Ain't no if fans or buts or euphemizing about it or trying to sugarcoat the bullshit. We in a motherfucking pickle right now. For real. We in a pickle right now.
But to be honest, I don't want to hurt my boy Neptune, King Nep. I don't want to hurt his feelings on this one. But to be honest with y'all, I would low key because the Dolphins are kind of basically all in on getting that Deshaun Watson trade as their quarterback. So if that happens, I wouldn't mind getting Tua. Tua's really not that bad.
Okay, but check this out though, bro.
What about
Tua stays hurt, bro? How that feeling make you feel when Marcus Davenport play a good game and then he out next week and then he out for the next 3 weeks? Or Deontay Harris have a good game and then he out for 2 weeks? How that make you feel? Like you love him as a player, you know his potential, you know what he's capable of, but he hasn't consistently been able to stay on the field and do that.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest issue with Tua. I think a lot of players in the NFL are way better than who they messing with and their organization because of their front offices and the coaches that they got in play. Boneheaded front offices, boneheaded coaches. And I don't mean to sound cocky at all, bro, but I just really feel like what we got going on in the New Orleans Saints front office is just on a different level than probably anybody else in the league.
Shout out to
honest to God.
Shout out
I really just feel like this.
And oh God, who's
Tua is a great quarterback. He a great quarterback, but he never had an O-line. He stays injured. And he might be one of them players too. The managers, they get to wanting too much. So you never really know. You never really know.
Shout out to Mickey Lemons and Jeff Ireland.
Maybe McCoy. Maybe somebody like Garrett Gilbert, maybe?
Who?
Garrett Gilbert.
Garrett Gilbert.
Who's he backing up right now?
He got released by Dallas before the season started. He played against the Steelers in the Hall of Fame game.
I mean, I don't know if this dude has anything left in the tank, but I mean, what about Robert Griffin III? I mean, he's just sitting there on the bench behind Lamar.
I mean, yeah.
But you don't know what he's got left in the tank after being injured, you know.
What about Alex Smith?
Injured.
What about Alex Smith?
He's gone. He retired, I think.
Yeah, he retired.
Wait.
He's gone.
Wait. If the price is right, would you get Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun Watson.
If the
I don't
price
think so.
is right.
I wanted
The price
because
ain't never
they
gonna
asked
be
too much.
right.
Yeah, they asked too much for him.
You know what the price? You know what the right price for somebody like Deshaun Watson is? Alvin, Michael, Marcus, Malcolm, Cameron, liquidation. That's the right price. We ain't tanking for shit. We stay on go. We stay on go. We stay on go. It don't matter if we in a process of rebuilding or not. We always trying to look for an edge so we can win. We ain't tanking for shit. And we ain't even in no position, no predicament to keep trying to do that. So we in a pickle.
To be honest, I would love to see Philip. If Philip Rivers hasn't retired yet, I would love to see him as a senior from to get at least one, to at least get one, you know.
But I'm really trying to think. I'm really trying to think of any type of valuable backup right now.
I wouldn't mind getting I wouldn't mind getting back Brandon Cooks, to be honest, to see what happens.
And we gotta understand something too about mid-season getting a quarterback.
That's a lot to ask for. That's a tall
order, that's like somebody trying to build an Apple iPhone out of pine cones and fucking tree sap. This is Sean Payton. Like I told, like we was talking about that the other night, Hoodie. Like the Josh McCowns, the Luke McCowns of the world, and the Chase Daniels of the world, and the Garrett Graysons of the world. They all got shipped out of here because they couldn't keep up with Sean, his decisiveness, knowing and digesting the playbook, having confidence, and controlling the huddle. You know, it's a very particular thing Sean needs in his life. It's a very particular reason why Trevor Siemian ended up on this football team. It wasn't because he was cheap or no bullshit like that. I promise you he's on this team because he got some intangibles that Sean Payton liked. So,
probably.
I will not. He reads the field very quickly, and he's very decisive when we need to make a play. You know.
Yep. And to be honest with y'all too, that message by Cam said, you know, what about Mr. Trubisky? I know we overlooked Mr. Trubisky because he was in NFC. You know, we played against the Bears. You know, but to be honest, I think the Bears didn't use Mr. Trubisky right. They didn't give him enough protection. You know, didn't have the best running game. I think Mr. Trubisky might be your best fit for a trade because he's the most recent, you know, starting quarterback. He had a starting job last year. He's just a backup this year.
It was just the problem is, you know, I think it was not so much not just the O-line. It was the fact that he didn't have the proper coaching. Because that's where his inconsistency came. That's where his inconsistency problems came in. Had he been under Sean Payton tutelage, he would have he would have at least every 3 to 4 throws, all 3 will make 3 out of the 4 will be at the 4 out of 4 throws, 3 will be caught.
I mean, look, mid-season getting a quarterback, shit. That's not about the hat. Sean Payton hardly trusts his fucking self on a football field. Sean Payton didn't want Jameis to do rash shit. At least Trevor Siemian knows the playoff. We're not getting a quarter shot. We not trigger happy people like that. We're not compulsive people like that. You know, we're not about to do no shit like that. If it was dire straits, then yes. But we still gotta remember Taysom Hill will be back. He will be back on his football team. And I know to a lot of people's much chagrin, they want to talk shit about Taysom, vilify him, make him feel like some type of impediment to the team or some bullshit. Taysom Hill is very vital. Taysom Hill was 3-1 last year, a couple plays away from beating the Eagles. Taysom Hill is a quarterback. He's not a very good quarterback, but he knows the playbook, and he's a solid quarterback. And you just have to take the good with the bad. Dude, we're not about to go get nobody to come learn Sean Payton offense to continue a season. That don't happen. I understand what y'all saying, but if we was in the market looking for a cheap quarterback in the offseason, or something to process somebody with, to literally get him somewhere to learn what's going on, then yeah, but not right now. That's not about to happen. That's literally taking somebody off the field that knows what they're doing, no matter if they can do it or not, literally read the reads, but they know the reads, to get somebody in here that doesn't even know the reads at all. That's not about to happen.
But getting a quarterback at this time, during the mid-season, especially at this time, which is mid-season, know how much sense that makes? But as much sense makes sense. It makes as much sense as going down on a woman and finding out she's your cousin.
Hey man, you need to stay out of my personal business, dog. I don't know what you talking about.
I'm a South Louisiana. I'm fast Golden Meadows.
No,
I've actually dated my cousin before.
Yeah, that's gonna end the show, y'all. Look, like and to subscribe, baby. This dude on Coach Rudy be on one, man. On one. Hey, but look, check this out. Trevor came in the game. I think he went 16 to 29. 159. Got him a touchdown. Let's see what Trevor do.
He does. Let's see what he does.
So, and we ain't got no choice, y'all. Seriously. We got to stop all this compulsive bullshit. Oh, we can get this person. We got who we got. And we got to make that shit happen. Just like Traquan looking like a little giant last week. Look what he did this week. Because he had no choice. Marco S. Callaway, Kevin White. That's who we got. We got to stick with them, and we got to hope they produce. Period. We ain't going to get nobody. Ain't nobody about to come to New Orleans and save this shit. It's not happening. We got to save ourselves. And if we don't, we don't. But who we got, that's who we got. You know? Fuck, I think it's disrespectful to a certain extent that they have certain YouTube people and channels that's talking about trading Jameis Winston. Like, the dude ain't even got all his receivers. He only had 5 games. He ain't, like, you don't even know if you want to trade him or not. Like, why you disrespecting that man? You know, like, so, I mean, I don't know, dude. We just got a very rash fan base sometimes. We got a very rational fan base sometimes. We always constantly trying to look for something better when we don't realize that the better is right in front of us, right here. Let's accept it. Let's move with them. Let's rock with them, support them. Stink or no stink, swipe or no swiper. This the Saints, this our team, and look what we just did tonight with everything that was going on. Look what we just did tonight. So look, man. Look. Win, lose, or draw. This is who we got. This is who we got. They have to step up and produce. And for the most part, they did that tonight. They played some inspired football tonight for Jameis. And if anything, we're going to continue to do it for Jameis.
Yes, definitely. And then let me show y'all, because I know somebody requested it daily. I don't know what the person's doing in the chat or not.
Well,
Rudy, I think logged out or whatever. But I'm about to end the show anyway. You know, in a second, I just want to show somebody real quick. They asked me to show everybody on the screen of Jameis Winston in the locker room after, you know, the partying. Come on, Shady. People did Did y'all see Jameis in the back?
Did he have his cane?
Yes, did you see it? Hold on.
I couldn't see because it was flickering, but I know he was walking with the help of something.
Yeah, hold on. Let me share it again one more time. I
What
gotta
a
share the
goofy
screen.
fucking guy. I love that goofy ass dude, bro. For real.
All right, let me go back to it.
He remind me of my cousin Rick. Hey, my cousin Caleb, listen. I don't know what that sound is. Oh my God. Bruh.
That man has energy on him.
Too much. And you know what? And look, this the last thing I want to tell you, because it's been on my mind since it happened today. Everything that happened, bro, the ups, the downs, the lows. We talked about this till 2 o'clock in the morning. The infectious energy of Mark Ingram, the positivity that surrounds him, the continuance of uplifting and swag and keeping your head in the game and keeping upright. Like everything fell into place for us to get off to an awesome start. Mark played well. I think he had a couple touches for like 29 yards or something like that.
Mark Ingram, let me look for you real quick. I know he had a good game though, especially on the passing game.
He had 6 carries for 27 yards.
27 yards, and then his catches was good too.
Yeah, the same guy that left here in 2018. The same guy. And I don't want to hear nobody else disrespect that man on TV, nowhere else talking about he Washington ain't the same Mark Ingram and all this other shit, man. Look here, bro. That dude did exactly what he was supposed to do. He's going to continue to do exactly what he's supposed to do. And that's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? And I love it. And like they had the press conference with him, Kamara, and Cam, like being silly, being goofy, being themselves after a good just a validated victory like we got tonight. You just can't script this shit, man. This is the New Orleans Saints.
Yep, it's the Saints, man. And with that being said, y'all, we're about to end the podcast. Like I said, I got a little headache. Need to get me some sleep and stuff. But I'm gonna try to be back tomorrow night with y'all. I got something for work tomorrow night. You know, like a little party thing going on. Starts at like 8:30, so hopefully it's done to where I can leave at 9:10. I can come back on here about 10:30 again, hopefully. And we can just get back to another roundtable talk, and hopefully we'll have more people available to come in. Like we said, it was a late night. It was a late Halloween night. People were busy, so we're gonna try to come back tomorrow, talk some stuff, and we can maybe talk about some trade stuff if nothing happens tomorrow. You never know. This Hank might already been talking to the people about some trades that we don't even know about. So we'll see if anything happens, and we'll come back on and talk about some trade targets that we might want to try to go after, maybe receiver wise. Especially quarterback now, depending on what happened to Jameis. You know, they might say, hey, it was nothing was tear, but it was close to being tear, so we got to let him, heal for like 8 weeks, and maybe he's only out for 8 weeks, and then we can get him back for the playoffs. Maybe that'll be our luck.
Maybe that'll be our luck, man. Straight up.
But all we can do is pray, and let me play this video one last time, because I would always tell y'all, acknowledge him and acknowledge the Saints, so I might have to go redo this video and put Trevor Simeon's face there now. Yep, I'm going to put Trevor Simeon now. Trevor Simeon, your face is coming on.
And Mark Ingram, not Marquez.
Yep. So with that,
but I mean, yeah, bro. Yeah. It's just time. It's time to relax.
Yep, it's time to relax. It's time to. All we can do, like I said, let's everybody before y'all get into y'all beds, or if y'all in y'all bed watching this, please get off your bed. Get on your knees and pray for our boy Jameis, and let's hope this is nothing too serious to where it's not season ending. And like I said earlier on the podcast, if it is season ending injury, please, Sean Payton and the Saints, please listen to me and don't pick a new quarterback for next year and bring my boy Jameis back. I'm telling y'all, this dude has the potential to be our franchise quarterback. He does.
Yeah.
So, like I said, with that being said, y'all, I'm about to end the podcast. And if y'all don't know, y'all will know. There's no YouTube without your boy Hoodie Jube, and y'all better acknowledge them. And thank you again, Mr. Crusher, for being on here with us, man. And
5-2, baby. Half game back, baby. Don't look now.
And just to end the podcast with a little bit of funny, a funny thing. When I heard them Bucks fans right behind me, sitting behind me screaming, "Woo! Yeah, Tom Brady, woo! We're gonna win!" I looked at them.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
Sorry. No. Sorry. We ended that with the, win. So let's end the podcast with the best way you can possibly end it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, get ready for an entertainment explosion. Get ready for an avalanche of awesomeness. Get ready to go live with your boy. Here he is, Hoodie Jube. And make sure you hit the subscribe button for your chance to win tickets to a live New Orleans Saints football game.